106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Well, hell yeah. Good morning and welcome to a Wednesday. We are Klein Alley Show on KROQ. My name's Klein. That is Allie.
Morning.
We got DJ Omar Khan there, the audio sniper.
Hey.
Jake the nerd.
What's up, man?
In the back room getting ready for the show. Producer Vanessa and Postmaster Johnny taking the calls at 800-520-1067. Just like having tickets at 9 o'clock, but we'll give you another bonus pair before then when you least expect it. So just keep listening, get you into Just Like Heaven this morning.
That's so nice of us.
I know. We are just the show that keeps on giving until eventually someone cares.
It's like we're not enough, and they're just giving us more bait for you guys.
That's what, whenever they say you guys have doubled the tickets to give away,
We take it personally.
Yeah, we're like, oh, clearly just us talking about our lives is not enough to keep people entertained, so we will just keep the bribery going. And you can watch the show. We're on YouTube streaming live right now. You can listen to the show on KROQ, or potentially it's the podcast. And already out of the gate, we start with a controversy involving someone who is a big fan of someone on the show and hates someone else on the show. And as you know, around here, Allie, it's constantly a rotating target. Is it on you? Is it on me?
Well, it's a mixed bag emotionally for us and for anyone who listens.
Take a listen, and let's go ahead and use this as fuel to get into potentially the greatest morning of your life.
All right, guys. Sweet dibs. I have been holding on to this for a really long time. I feel like it was like last year that somebody complained about Omar laughing. I could listen to Omar laugh all day long.
I agree. I think of all the laughs on the show, the laugh that makes me the happiest is when Omar laughs. A genuine belly laugh. We got one yesterday talking about Benihana and the dance party. That set him up. I mean, listen to Omar's laugh. It's so magical. Listen. It's just a beautiful laugh. It really is nice. But
so genuine,
this woman,
so carnal.
And also it means something. You don't get those every day, usually because he's not listening. But when he is paying attention, sometimes you get some really good, nice laughs from Omar, and it puts everyone in a good mood. Meanwhile,
if I have to hear Jake laugh one more time, I'm never listening to you guys again.
Me?
Now I feel bad because...
That's so aggressive. If Jake ever laughs again, she will never listen to this show.
Yikes.
Wow.
Luckily, this show is not very funny, so...
Thank you, Jake.
Well, I would say it's harder to get a good belly laugh out of Omar than it is out of anybody on the show.
Yeah, and Jake will laugh just for the airtime.
Yeah.
He'll turn on
Jake
his mic.
will turn on his mic just to go, ha!
Right. Yeah. She's right. Now that she mentioned it, she's right. I do hate Jake's laugh.
I'm not trying to, not want somebody to have fun or anything, but Jake laughing is the most annoying sound. It's like grating a chalkboard. It's like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Can you guys just mute him? Just turn him off.
Oh.
And him, talking about the pit is so annoying. Let's just let Omar continue laughing and be done with it. Okay, that's it. Sweet dibs.
What's the pit?
Remember when we were giving away tickets to the pit?
The pit!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, that woman's 100% right. Everything she said, I stand by. It's
All right, mic off.
Well, imagine...
unfortunately, I've tried to keep this a secret from my family because, for a variety of reasons, which I shouldn't have to go into. And yesterday, when my wife was going through the Amazon cart, and I don't buy anything on Amazon. I know it's going to sound crazy. She buys enough for everyone, so I just don't buy anything. And when a box arrives, I know it's not me, it's hers, and there's no controversy as to who ordered what. I've basically sworn off Amazon. You hear that, Bezos? I'm done with you. Good luck surviving.
Your wife makes up for it for us.
Yeah.
This is fruitless.
So she saw something, I don't know how, because how could she possibly keep track of all the things she's constantly ordering? It never stops.
Well, she's probably in the middle of ordering something and sees something.
Well, she got an alert that I was doing research on a nipple numbing cream, and it went into the cart, but I didn't buy it. I was just looking at it, and I was like, maybe I'll hold this for later. That was when we first talked about the nipple piercing.
Don't forget
Amazon does that annoying thing, like, take a second look.
Yeah.
Don't forget your pussy
shopping
cream.
or whatever.
They right.
That's right.
Thank you, Allie.
Take a look at your pussy cream again.
Buy again, pussy cream.
Bitch boy cream.
It's called nipple numbing cream. And yesterday was, of all days, she confronted me, and she just said, why did you put lidocaine in the Amazon cart? And I tried to sidestep it because I didn't want to talk about what I'm doing today. And we'll listen to this. Luckily, I had my phone on me. I was able to record some of this. We'll get to it later this morning. But, I mean, Allie, you can already, even just on the why was I ordering lidocaine, she's mad. let alone the real reason, which, I mean, listen. What?
What do you need the lidocaine?
I didn't end up ordering it. I didn't need
You
it.
said you'd tell me.
I was going to get it, but I didn't end up getting it.
You literally said you'd tell me.
So it just gets into a conversation already about the fact I don't even want to go into specifics on why I was going to get the lidocaine. I didn't want to go into it.
Just say I have a new kink.
I didn't want to say anything at all.
This sounds confrontational right out of the gate.
Because she can tell I'm being shady. And she
yes,
doesn't
but you're also getting defensive right away. It's like, what? Nothing.
Well, because when she first mentioned it, I didn't have my phone anywhere near me. And I was like, I'm not going to have this conversation not recorded for our show. At the very least, if I'm going to get yelled at and she's going to tell me what a disappointment I am, I at least want to get some content out of it
So let me go huff over in this corner and get my
so when she first asked downstairs, what's the deal with this lidocaine, I was like, we'll talk about it later. And that was already kind of did not, sit suffice.
Well, yeah.
Didn't sit well. This conversation, which we will listen to later in the show in its entirety, does escalate and get very heated. And it makes me question whether or not, if I do go today,
that you would stay married.
That I would stay married.
Look, if she leaves you, it was going to happen anyway. We're just ripping off the nipple Band-Aid, literally. If it's not a nipple piercing, it's going to be something else that sends her over the edge and then goes, why did I ever marry this man? He's a huge disappointment.
As she points out in the conversation, which you'll hear later, as she's yelling at me about the nipple piercing, she goes, and your hair still looks ridiculously stupid because I still have, now my hair is the color red because I tried to fix it from when it was bleached.
It's so funny that she even noticed. It's so unnoticeable. And the fact that she goes, you look ridiculous is just...
I mean, it's true.
And I didn't want to say to her what I'm really thinking, which is, when have I ever not looked ridiculous? Even when I'm looking at my, quote, best.
All of your defenses make you look even worse.
Right. I don't want her to realize I've always looked ridiculous. Like, I'm afraid she's going to have that moment. She's like, yes, he has always looked ridiculous.
You should have always lost hope in me.
Right. Like, why at any point did you think I didn't look ridiculous and had potential?
Yeah, why have you been hanging on this long?
Yeah, you're the problem, clearly. So we will listen to this later. It will potentially be the nail in the coffin or the nail in the nipple, as the case may be. The plan is after the show today, we are going. It'll be a very special bonus Showtime podcast.
Yeah, and you're welcome to show up as well and get pierced in solidarity.
Right.
But,
we're not allowed to talk about that, though.
Yeah, I know, but I think we should mention it.
Right.
And I think that you never know. You could get this piercing, and you could come home, and maybe she discovers she has some kind of a...
Definitely not. She has made it very clear what she thinks about...
No, you didn't let me finish. Divorce attorney that she could talk to and get this really done quickly.
This is going to be the most painful bet that any of us have ever lost, and it will be played out live later this morning on the show, and then after the show.
It's not a bet. You didn't lose a bet.
Well, whatever, Jake. It was a bet.
It's your own fault.
It's my own fault because we raised a lot of money for the Special Olympics.
Make sure
Yay.
you hammer that home in the fight later.
I hammered it home.
Special.
And I believe her quote was, I don't care about the Special Olympics. So we will take a quick break, back with $100 of Allie's money. If you'd like to call in and get it, give us a call, 800-520-1067. It's an easy $100, and it can be yours after this super quick break on KROQ.
Listen to KROQ at 9, noon, 3, and 6.
This is Ezra from Vampire Weekend.
What up, Los Angeles? This is Group Love.
We just got off stage at the Just Like Heaven Festival.
Your last chance to win your way in to Just Like Heaven. This Saturday, Brookside at the Rose Bowl. Over 20 bands, including Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party. TV on the radio, Peter, Bjorn, and John, Slow Dive, Group Love, and more. Keep it on KROQ to score tickets, courtesy of Golden Voice.
Feels good to be free
on the world famous KROQ.
This is the story of the one. As a
Nothing. Barely, but better than nothing, and it's Allie's money, so it's got way more value, because when she loses it, she gets super angry. It's so worth it. Then she yells at us and calls us all a bunch of stupid assholes.
Stupid assholes!
If you'd like to win that money, call us now, 800-520-1067. Klein, Allie's show. Every morning around this time, you get a shot at $100 of Allie's money, proving you know about the news. If you don't want to call and play, that's fine. You can just listen, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two about what's going on in the world, things people may be discussing today when you get to work. And Allie will attempt to defend her own money and prove that she does know the news, which she will be delivering later this hour on the show. Your round can officially begin in a moment, but first, all these custom theme songs are left on the GOAT line every single night, and here's a brand new one just for you.
Old McCrazy Cat Lady had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, with a kitty cat here and a kitty cat there. There a mew, here a mew, everywhere a mew mew. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
Beautiful.
Meow.
Thank you for that.
You know how it makes me feel that I get made fun of by a blind man every morning?
Was that Blind Charlie right there?
Oh, yeah, that's Blind Charlie, yeah.
Oh, let me play this one instead then. Hold on. This is not Blind Charlie.
Sweet best guys. Hopefully you guys can answer this question for me. I've noticed a little bit of inconsistency with Allie Knows the News and tiebreakers. Just a few weeks ago, maybe not even a few weeks ago, a few episodes ago, Klein was asking a listener if they wanted to do a tiebreaker, but then today's episode, you guys didn't offer that, and you said it goes to the house, and that's just one of the rules of the game.
Well, that is the rule. Technically, the rules of the game are as follows, and we did make this deal with Allie from the very beginning. If it's a tie at the end of Allie Knows the News, if it's a complete tie, ties do go to the house. That's the one caveat of the game.
Yeah, but a lot of people suggested a tiebreaker question if that happens.
Every once in a while, we will throw in a tiebreaker. I'll usually try to size up Allie's body language and see how angry she looks. And if she looks super angry, we'll just move on. And some days she looks less angry, and we go, all right, tiebreaker.
It's the Chipotle method.
That's right. Exactly like Chipotle. You look angry, they give you another scoop of meat. You look happy, you get enough carnitas.
I always get an extra scoop of meat.
They're giving Allie lots of scoops of meat. You should see how heavy her tray is when she's done there. It's unbelievable. All right, Jenny, good morning. Welcome to KROQ. How goes it?
Hi, good morning. My kids are listening, by the way. They're big fans.
Oh, great.
Nice.
They got great taste, your kids. Let's get to it. Hopefully you win $100 so you can buy them all sorts of amazing things that they probably don't need but definitely want. Your round of Allie Knows the News will begin the second she walks out of the KROQ studio. You can watch along as this unfolds in real time. You're battling Jenny, and your round, Jenny of Allie Knows the News, starts right now.
Allie Knows the News.
All right, most travelers now will have to fly with this within the U.S. What do travelers need if they would like to travel within the U.S. starting immediately?
A real ID.
Question number 2. A woman canoeing in Florida was, I don't feel bad saying this with your kids in the car, but was killed by what?
An alligator.
Question 3.
Crocodile.
The Prime Minister of this country visited the White House and said that they are not and never will be for sale. Canada ain't for sale.
His name? I don't know. Pass.
Pass. Go to question number 4. A teaser trailer for this Netflix show has just dropped, promoting the 3rd season after the 2nd season ended with a giant cliffhanger.
The Last of Us?
Say it again?
The Last of Us?
All right. And finally, for the 3rd year in a row, it has been declared that this is the best state to live in. If you're looking to live in a state, where should you live according to this ranking that comes out every year? Congratulations to this state winning it for the 3rd year in a row. Which state is that?
California.
California. We wish. All right, let's bring Allie in. We'll score it at the end.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Send Allie in. She's up. I know she's having chit-chat in the hall. Oh. What is she possibly doing in there? My good God. Allie, you're up. It's your time to shine. You're battling Jenny and her kids that are in the car listening for $100. Allie's back in here. What was going on in the office? You were looking for medicine?
No, I was looking through the giant cord bucket that you brought into the studio today,
That's
which
right.
I have not seen until that moment, and it is horrifying.
That's all the cords we need to do the show every day. We got
There's
a question.
no way that any of that is being used.
It's all being used.
No.
Question number 1. Most travelers now must have this if they'd like to fly within the U.S. What is it?
Real ID.
All right, she said that as well. That is the correct answer. A woman canoeing in Florida was killed by this.
A shark?
Shark. What a terrible, stupid guess. That is wrong. The correct answer, I'll tell you who got it right. Jenny, who said alligator. That's what kills people in Florida.
Oh, in Florida.
Jenny on the board with alligator. And we go to question number 3, and Jenny is up by 1. Question 3, Prime Minister of this country visited the White House and said that they are not and never will be for sale. Canada is not for sale. Who's the Prime Minister?
I have to name the Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the other guy now, but I guess I'll just say Justin Trudeau.
Oh, that would have been an acceptable answer most recently, but we cannot accept that now. We go to she didn't get that right either. We go
What's
to question number
name?
4. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have it written down.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable.
I read the question wrong. Go to question 4.
You read the question wrong?
He gave the answer.
Teaser trailer for this Netflix show is about to.
What is going on here?
He's nervous because of the nipple piercing.
I don't want to do the nipple piercing, and it's
You're going to be distracted the whole show.
It's a bitch boy cream.
It's going to mess up my whole head all show long. Teaser trailer for this Netflix show is promoting its 3rd season, just dropped after season 2 ended with a cliffhanger.
Oh, God. Season 3. Cliffhanger. I don't know. I know it's not Last of Us.
That's what she guessed as well, though. It's funny.
Oh, really?
That is incorrect.
That's an HBO show.
It's not even on Netflix. Squid Games. Season 3 teaser trailer just dropped. And final question. Allie down 1. She needs this one. This state has just been declared the best state to live for the 3rd year in a row. What state is supposedly the best state to live in?
California.
That's what she said, too. California. What a lovely song, Klein. Incorrect. Utah. Congratulations. Utah. 3rd year in a row.
That's my
wins.
favorite thing.
I think that this whole Allie Knows the News needed to be thrown out.
Why? Because of one question where I asked you the name of the Prime Minister?
In general, these are terrible questions.
What's terrible about the question? The Real ID question? A woman killed in Florida?
The Real ID question.
Wow, you're in a mood today. This is going to be a fun show. All right, Jenny, you took $100 of Allie's money. Congratulations.
By the way, behind the scenes, Allie's so itchy everywhere.
I don't know what's happening, but
it's her allergic reaction thing.
I bring in the cords; they're not right, or something.
There's
the questions are not right.
And she's so tired, by the way, too.
Every question here is based on something that is happening in the news in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, you didn't even ask one of them right. I'm saying you throw it out. You would say the same if I did it.
Jenny, congratulations. You took $100 of Allie's money. Enjoy it. This is going to be a fun 3.5 hours on KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show. Are you happy? Ask yourself that question, because apparently as a society, we are not as happy as we used to be, even though we have more things to be happy about. Think about like Netflix. It makes you happy, obviously. There's that.
You know, and that's all. But there's that.
There's that. You got that going for you. There's so many things to be happy about, yet we are unhappy. And I think a lot of it is because we're constantly jealous of what other people have going on based on their Instagram. Always seems like everyone's doing more fun things than we are. As a result, Allie stumbled upon I guess this just came out today. But
yeah, I got asked, because when you're not sure if you're happy or not, the real determining factor is to take a happiness quiz.
Right? Isn't that what you do?
When you know it.
When you know it, you clap.
But if you don't know it, right. What do? You got
to take a quiz.
You got to take a quiz. And this is the official New York Times happiness quiz. And they have 16 things here. And if you have done these 16 things in the last year, that determines your happiness index.
I'm going to go ahead and say, if you're taking a happiness quiz, before you even start, you can already determine you're not happy.
You lose points.
Yeah, you lose. If you're minus 6.
This is bumming me out already.
If
start quiz, -5.
If you have to say to yourself, I'm not sure if I'm happy or not, luckily there's a quiz, then I think you already know the answer to the question, which is you're not happy.
Well, I think that you'll be happy with the first question, Klein. Have you, in the last year, eaten or drunk something unforgettable?
Unforgettable good or unforgettable bad?
Unforgettable.
Oh, yeah. In the last year?
I think in the last 2 weeks you have.
I would
it was
say
Pizza
in the last
City Fest,
48
right?
hours. Yeah, I mean, that's a good indication. If you had one meal, one burger,
or
whatever,
drink or something that it was out of this world.
Still think about it.
Yes.
That's all the time.
What about working on a new hobby or a skill?
No.
Yeah, same. Who has time for that? What about, I know this is a no for you, but it's a yes. Oh, yeah. Vanessa's always working on new skills and hobbies.
She's crocheting.
She's given up on so many hobbies.
Yeah, that's right. She's tequila tasting, and she's doing...
I tried yoga yesterday. Oh.
What did you try?
Yoga. You know what
Joe Rogan?
Yoga.
Okay, what's the next question?
I don't care anymore.
I don't care.
My happiness index just went way up.
The next question is, what the hell is yoga? That's the next question.
Yoga.
Oh, there it is.
By the way, Vanessa, I guarantee, is probably the happiest out of all of us.
Absolutely.
Or the saddest.
Oh. Why would you say that?
Man.
What?
Just kidding.
There she is.
Danced to a favorite song or danced like no one was watching.
No.
I know that's a no for you, but Johnny just went to a wedding and threw his back out dancing.
Yeah.
Vanessa's always dancing to her favorite song. I went to a wedding and had a great time. What about engaged in political or social activism?
No.
Yeah, we can skip that one.
Well, hold on. Would you argue that jumping in Big Bear Lake to raise money for the Special Olympics
yes,
is
I would
social
consider
activism?
that to be
it's not political.
But it's activism.
Yeah, I didn't do it by choice. Thank you.
Have you had a sense of religious or spiritual connectedness in the last year?
No.
Have you read a suspenseful or easy breezy book that was enjoyable?
No.
What about a deeply enlightening or educational book?
No.
No, I think you have. Don't you read all those self-help books?
No. Do I look like a guy that reads self-help books?
You read a self-help book. You were telling me.
Oh, I listened to the one everyone was yapping about. I didn't read it. See, this is where we disagree. You think listening to it is reading it, and I think I haven't read a book in a long, long time. I mean, probably since I was forced to read Catcher in the Rye or something. That's probably the last book I read. And I think I had to.
Catcher in the Rye.
And I
That's
think
stupid.
Even that
book.
one, I think I read the back cover and tried to write a whole book report on it.
What about spent time outdoors, connecting with nature?
I mean, I'm sure I've been outdoors.
You went for a walk.
In the last, yeah, take the dog out for a walk.
You went to the aquarium. That has a little outside area.
I try to stay in the indoor part.
That's a little outside area.
You do have to go
where
outside.
People, smoke and let their dogs be.
You got to get Dippin' Dots. You got to go outside. So I did go outside, but for the most part, I like to stay in the inside part of the aquarium.
What about felt an intense romantic attraction?
Oh yeah, every day.
That's crazy.
Why?
To the same person?
No. Many people.
I see. Okay. Played a fun game online or in person.
A fun game? You can't do poker.
I would say betting is
again,
fun. A fun online game.
It starts fun and then it gets very unfun.
It doesn't say it can't start fun and then end bad.
Okay, I'll say yes. I have done that.
Splurged on an exciting purchase.
Yes.
Attended a social gathering where you felt fully yourself.
Fully myself at a social gathering.
I don't think that's ever.
Yeah, that's a weird. It says like you went to where would that? Give me an example of where you would be, where you would go. I feel fully myself.
Like I went to a brewery last week to celebrate a friend of mine who had passed a test, and it was with a group of people that I love that I feel like I can be totally myself with.
Oh yeah,
but at like a party or something where you don't know somebody, it might be a little different.
Got it. Well, an event where you're excited to see everyone versus an event that you go to, but you're like, I can't wait to go home.
Yeah, where you just feel fully, like, you're not even thinking about the time. You're just genuinely enjoying someone's company.
Yes, I have done that.
What about donated money, volunteered, or helped a stranger?
Yes, I have.
You helped statues, too.
I helped the dog statue and a guy that was dead in a van that turned out to just be a shoe.
And finally, had a cozy few hours to yourself. Who does that?
I would love that. That's Jake's life right there.
Cozy few hours to himself is every day for Jake. And then had a fun sexual encounter.
In the last year. Yeah, fun for me, yes.
So we're all mildly happy?
So I think we can agree that Vanessa is the happiest or the saddest. And that all of us need to do more yoga.
More yoga.
And then that's the secret. So ask yourself, are you happy? Some people said they scored a perfect score on that, but I don't.
A perfect score? That's tough.
Yeah, good for you. Easy Breezy Book is a suspenseful book for Klein. That's right. Thank you.
So what's next? More pages.
Thank
more
you.
words.
That's very exciting, 626. I do turn every page going, I hope it's a picture. Oh, no, it's more words.
No.
It's the worst.
Klein, the World Famous Show.
KROQ. Klein, Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ.
for where you...
Klein Show.
For ADD News.
One thing you should never underestimate is people's ability to spend money at Disney. Never do it. Disney was expected to report some, quote, lackluster earnings. They love to say that. In a time where people are trying to spend less. But the numbers are in. And inflation or not, we just cannot stay away from all things Disney. Earnings for the theme parks were way up. They were up 6% from last year, which brings them to about $8.7 billion in profit from their theme parks. And they added 1 million streamers to Disney Plus, which gives them a huge leg up in the streaming wars. And right after they posted all this stuff, they announced that they will be building a new park in Abu Dhabi on Yas Island, which I didn't know was an island, but Yas Island is going to get a Disneyland.
They're smart because they want to go where all the money is. See, there's even more money there. So they go, if we're making $8 billion here, imagine we go to a place
we can make on Yas Island.
Everyone there is like, I think, a billionaire. So just imagine how much they'll be spending.
Well, it's that sweet oil money, isn't it?
All that money right there. Prince money, oil money. They got all that stuff.
That's all the most important money. Prince money and
by the way, that's real
money.
princes. Good luck when they're interacting with Disney princes. They're going to be like, dude, move over, Jafar. I'm a real prince.
That's the only prince you can
I don't
think
even think
of as Jafar.
I don't even know if he was a prince or not.
He was not.
I don't remember.
He's an evil person.
All right, well, regardless, the point I'm making is that
he's an evil person.
It's going to be real princes battling in Disney, and they're going to make so much money there. It's going to be astronomical. But good luck. I've been to Disney a bunch of times, and I've said to myself going in, hey, I'm going to play cool today. Today, it's not going to be one of those days where we're buying a bunch of stuff. Every time I walk by a churro cart, I'm not going to stop.
I've been the person who brought sandwiches, and I still spent a ton of money.
Jesus.
Omar does that, don't you, Omar?
Well,
you're a sandwich bringer to Disneyland?
No.
Oh.
So I bring snacks.
Yeah. Yeah, Allie, what's wrong with you?
Like granola bars, apples, bananas.
You don't bring little hoagies that you bring and make?
Hoagies? No, you weirdo. Get out of here.
And they get all weird shaped in your backpack, and then you take them out at like 3 p.m. and they're all soggy and gross, and you say it's lunchtime?
Yeah.
Send Allie to Abu Dhabi Yas Island. Get rid of her. Jesus.
That soggy hoagie.
All right, here's a conspiracy theory for you that maybe you will believe, depending on, I guess who you trust. There is a former U.S. government official who used to work for the Bush administration, and she made a shocking claim about how America is prepared for a potential apocalypse. She claims that the U.S. has built a secret underground city costing $21 trillion where the ultra-wealthy can hide out during a near-extinction event. And she was the head. Her name is Catherine Fitz. She served as the Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development under the George W. Bush administration. And she did make this claim on Tucker Carlson's podcast, where only accurate things are said.
Sure.
So you can decide whether you believe it or not, but to me, it's not that unbelievable that the U.S. would create something like this underground.
Where is the underground city? Like, what city is it underground of?
I don't know if she expanded on where exactly it was.
Elon Musk has a company, the Bohr Company, I believe it's called, that's just going around digging a bunch of holes in the underground.
They're boring.
Yeah.
They're boring everywhere.
But they also, I know that, it was a big trend for a while. Very wealthy people were spending a lot of money on this bunkers. Everyone had a kind of their safe rooms and their bunkers and all. And then there are certain things that are built, I believe, into the mountains in, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of America. You fly over states, but where you can go.
It's like a forgettable place.
Yes, but that's where you want to be, apparently, when there's the big apocalypse.
But then you have to think about how you can't be too remote because you have to be able to get to it.
Also, when you're around a bunch of rich people, it's a super annoying conversation to have because it's a lot of them flexing how much they have. The idea of being in there, I'd rather just be end of days, like take me out apocalypse. I don't want to sit in a room where a bunch of people talk about their portfolios.
Yeah, if you think about the 1% and who is going to have access to a bunker like this, is that a room that you really want to be in?
No, I think I would open the door. They'd be like, don't open that door, it's going to kill I'm out.
I think my only hope is to bunker in my own home. You know how in a lot of those apocalypse movies, there's one random guy who's just boarded up his house and he's somehow just still in his own house?
Yes.
That's the person I want to be.
Yeah,
somehow everyone forgot about me, that I still live there, but I'm just going to live there.
What would be funnier if Allie was the one in the rich person bunker that pulled out the soggy hoagies that she brought herself. So
guys, don't worry, I brought sandwiches. And they all go
the worst.
Blow their own brains out. All right, I've always wanted to discover something on a hiking trail. It's a dream of mine. Maybe an old fossil worth millions of dollars, or a duffel bag full of money that fell out of a plane, or even a dead body. And this happened right by where I live this week, and I'm very mad that I was not the one who discovered it. Skeletal remains of 2 people were found over the weekend. Oh, I guess this was a little. Now they're revealing more information about the remains. But they had this call where it was on a trail that's right by where I live, Sunrise and Autumn Ridge Trails, and they found the remains. A hiker discovered the remains of 2 people, and now they're investigating their deaths and trying to figure out if there's foul play involved or if these were just 2 very lost hikers that were very, very close to a trail. But fascinating to be on a hike, and just normally you're only seeing coyote crap, and to see 2 skeletons and be like, whoa, I'm the person who discovered that. What a feeling.
Is that the place you got rescued from by Vanny the van driver?
No, that was much farther from where I live. But this was, I mean, Sunrise and Autumn Ridge Trails are right by. I've hiked both of those trails before and found nothing.
But you have had to be rescued before on a hike.
Not on a hike.
I thought that's when when Vanny rescued you. You guys.
I was driving back from a trip, but I have had to be rescued from. There was a trail that I had done where I was in this like kind of canyon area, and then it was getting too late, and I was kind of lost, and there were coyotes howling. So I just exited on a different trailhead and ended up having a nice old couple drive me back to my car.
Listen,
could have died.
Could have been game over.
Could have been discovered by someone after I died.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Man, it'd be so great. Someone else would be in here reporting on the ADD News.
I found some big bones.
Your skeleton. We think it's a dinosaur, or it could have been Allie. We're not sure. It's KROQ. New hour starts next.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
It's nipple piercing day, Klein. Pierce that nip, buddy.
All right, get excited. Good morning. Welcome to your Wednesday. We are Klein Helly's show on KROQ. I'm Klein. There's Allie.
Hello.
That is DJ Omar Khan, the audio
Can't wait to see that nipple piercing.
Thank you, everyone, for your support, continued support. Today will be the day. Yay, me.
Klein's anxiety is growing by the minute.
And you can't just take it out right away, dude. You got to keep it in there for at least 3 years.
Where'd you come up with that number, Omar?
I don't care. I agree.
It's a good number.
Right. Anyway, we will deal with that after the show today. Details about it up on our socials. Klein Alley Show. The lawyers here want nothing to do with this. I want nothing to do with this, but here we are. But we raised money for the Special Olympics. I'm just going to keep telling myself that. We did a good thing for a good cause. So go us.
Can't part of you enjoy the fact that this is happening?
No. When you hear the conversation that I recorded last night.
Stop worrying about being in trouble.
With my wife.
You'll be fine. You're
understand.
always in trouble with your wife. It's going to be okay. And you know what? This is for the good of the show. This is your greatest happiness when somebody on the show has to undergo something uncomfortable, something borderline hard to watch for the good of the show. And this is the joy that we bring to our listeners. And you should be happy to be a part of that joy.
Yeah, bitch boy.
Much happier
Come on,
to be
stop being a bitch boy.
On the other
bitch
side
boy
of it.
joy.
And by the way, if you think about all of the things that, quote, we've had to do, this is a much more extreme version of it than Omar having to play the cello or whatever. That's like whatever.
Dude, I had to fly a plane to prove myself, to prove to you guys that I could land one. I put my life on the line for you, this dumb show.
All right, good point.
I modeled
in my car for like 3 months.
Yes.
My girlfriend broke up with me.
He lost his relationship.
And I lost my house.
And he lost a place to live. I had to post underwear videos of myself on KROQ's YouTube page, which is not only a shame to me, it's a shame to the entire station.
And your wife.
And the internet.
And my wife. And the internet.
The whole internet.
So your turn's up, buddy.
All right, well, today will be the day. It'll be a lot of fun.
And have a smile on your face while you're doing it. Come on, don't be so grumpy.
I will. Grumpy's my look.
Do a little dance.
That's my look.
Yeah.
Give us a shimmy. There you
Shimmy,
go.
shimmy, shimmy.
That was for you, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed that. Live interactive morning. Welcome to After 7 o'clock on KROQ. I was shocked when I learned this, but one of everyone's favorite games to play when you have nothing else going on and every one of your devices is completely out of juice is the game Hangman, which apparently has been around forever. It's like tic-tac-toe or Hangman. If you've got nothing else to do, you're sitting killing time. Those are the two games you play as a kid, I guess.
How would you play Hangman by yourself? Too.
Rock, paper, scissors, that's a decent one. Yeah, that one's good. There's like certain things now, I think that we don't do it as much because we've got so many cool devices and access to the internet. But my kid I guess they just learned how to play Hangman, but they don't call it that anymore.
I was going to say, I wonder if they've changed it because it seems like a man hanging by his neck that you're slowly hanging through a series of guesses to a fun phrase.
I had no idea. My daughter was starting to set it up, and I was like, oh, cool, Hangman. And she goes, what did you call it? And
so what are they calling it?
It's a whole different ball game because apparently they don't teach Hangman because, I don't know, all the implications with it. So it's now a new woke version, and it's not nearly as cool.
Well, if they're changing the name, then they need to change the entire process.
Nah, the process is kind of the same. That's what.
Wait, the drawing's the same?
The drawing is the exact same, but
no way.
Yeah, they do not call it Hangman. They
just changed the name, but you're still hanging a man.
Yes.
What the F are they doing over there?
It's called Hang Them. They want to make sure it's named. No, it's not Hang Them. That's not it.
Hang, it's up to you.
When she explained this to me, I said, this is why so many people make fun of California, but also I kind of understand why. I guess I could understand. I never really thought of it that way. To me, it was always a stupid game. It was like a word puzzle game. It didn't really matter. The part of the guy.
It's a Wheel of Fortune.
That's what it is. They now start with the man already hanging.
What?
And it's called a race man.
Oh my God.
And every time
So you're kind of like saving the guy?
Yes.
Or erasing him from everyone's memory.
Yeah. The way that it works, how they've been taught at least, and I don't know if this is the new generation or the way they teach it now in school, is that you start with the man already pretty much hanging there.
They all have to draw a hanging man.
I actually don't know if in her drawing there was a man hanging or it was just a man. They may have gotten rid of the. They may have gotten rid of
just a man standing up.
It may have just been a stick figure of a man, and then every time you get a letter wrong, you erase part of the guy's body.
And is it still basic? It's
the same. The game is the rule. Yeah, everything about it is the same, except when I was like Hangman, she's like, "Why do you keep calling it that?" I'm like, "Because that's what it was."
Right.
And she's like, "Well, it's called Eraser Man."
Eraser Man is the dumbest name I've ever heard.
That's what I thought, and I tried to explain that to her, and she's like, And when I
also, who uses pencils anymore?
Yeah, well,
you have to get a pencil and erase all of the things that you made.
The whole thing is so. But I was surprised because I remember if my dad would tell me something when I was a kid, I'd be like, "Well, that sounds so stupid, old man. Shut up!" And I'm trying to explain to her Hangman's where it's at. At least there's some stakes to Hangman. You want to get the clues right before your guy's game over.
I mean, I never really had an emotional connection to the man.
Well, of course you didn't. I get it, but to other people, I would think. And anyway, that's apparently the new and improved version now.
Dude, that's crazy.
And I was surprised to learn that. But I don't know if that was just at their school or that seems to be like the way it's taught now to kids.
Well, and I wonder what other games they've changed.
Right.
Because that's just one of many, I'm sure, problematic games. I mean, even just those fortune tellers that we used to make where it's like, you play MASH and you're supposed to end up with this person and have this many kids. Yeah. I wonder if some of that is going away because why are we deciding who we're going to marry, how many kids we should have?
No one wants kids anymore. So the answers are no kids, no kids, no kids, or no kids.
Oh man, I got one.
Yeah. And by the way,
kid.
I remember doing that MASH when I was younger, and it said I was going to live in a mansion
with Leonardo DiCaprio
and be
or
like
something.
a billionaire, and none of that stuff. Turns out MASH is not a real way to determine your fortune, unfortunately.
Especially when you do it every day and get different results.
When we get back, we've got a couple that needs our help. Petty Claims Court is moments away. You will have jury duty as we try to solve a problem that is affecting a real relationship. We'll get to that, and then we get you into Just Like Heaven sometime this hour right here on KROQ.
Listen to KROQ at 9 noon, 3 and 6.
This is Ezra from Vampire Weekend.
What up, Los Angeles? This is Group Love.
You just got off stage at the Just Like Heaven Festival.
For your last chance to win your way in to Just Like Heaven this Saturday, Brookside at the Rose Bowl. Over 20 bands, including Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, TV on the radio. Peter, Bjorn, and John. Slow Dive, Group Love, and more. Keep it on KROQ to score tickets. Courtesy of Golden Voice.
Feels good to be free
on the world famous KROQ.
excuse to get out of work, and we're going to give you some jury duty as we meet a couple that is dealing with something super petty, too small for small claims court, which means they are bringing their issues to us, airing their dirty laundry over the airwaves for KROQ, and you will determine who's right and who's wrong. And some experts say relationships are not about scorekeeping, but it is nice to get a win in a relationship. So we will meet the couple, and you will decide who's right and who's wrong, and that is next on KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley's show. If you're in a relationship or have been in a relationship, you know that every once in a while you fight about things that are very small. But those small things, if unresolved, can turn into giant things that will erode away at the very foundation of your relationship. And sometimes relationships come to an end, and you realize it all started with this tiny little trivial thing, petty.
Well, I think when you meet someone, you start liking the big things about them right away, and then you fall in love with them and go, I love all the little things about them too. And then it reverses. As you get into a comfortable relationship, you start hating the little things. And then you start hating the big things. And then it ends.
That's a beautiful story. And you can take that and write that down on any sort of greeting card you have to give anyone in your life in the foreseeable future. We've got a couple on the phone right now. They're fighting about something that is so petty that even small claims court would not hear them out. But we will, and you will determine who's right, who's wrong. It's time for petty claims court.
In the legal system, cases are tried from Supreme Courts to small claims court. But what about stuff that's too small for small claims court? This is petty claims court.
All right, just got the gavel ready to go. this unfold in real time as we are currently streaming on YouTube, or you can just listen. The most important thing is that you do let us know your thoughts by texting in 800-520-1067 so we can determine who wins and who loses this battle. And let's say hi to Melissa. She has brought her boyfriend of 7 years to petty claims court. Hello, Melissa. Welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
So before we bring your boyfriend on to defend himself, you seem angry already.
Well, I called off of work today to keep packing because we're not even like halfway done with all our stuff that needs to be like out of here in 3 days-ish.
Oh, you're moving right now?
Yes.
And is that what the claim is about for petty claims court?
Yes. And I know it's not something like that you do consistently, but I mean, it's a stressful job to do.
Of course. It's one of the worst things a person can do.
That's helping as much as you want them to. It's like,
Well, I'll tell you, there's a real tester of a relationship, which is how you move together. And people have very different strategies for moving. And if you are not moving compatible, sometimes you've never moved together. Like someone lives somewhere, the relationship evolved, they moved in with you. Very different than when you're both packing and moving together. If you don't have the same approach to it, that could be a relationship ender. It's already one of the most stressful things you can put yourself through.
Yeah, and what is your gripe with him exactly? Like, what is he doing that's not up to snuff?
the bane of my existence is his TV. His 80-inch TV that he got
beautiful.
when we moved in together for the
Great
first
purchase.
time. He unpackaged it at his first place, and I told him to keep the packaging because we were about to move. Of course, he didn't listen. He bubble wrapped it. I had a wrist injury trying to before we moved, and I'm trying to carry it with him, and he's getting mad at me because I low key dropped it a little bit.
And
it's
it's 80-inch TV. What are you doing? You got to protect that thing with your life. That's more important than the entire relationship.
Yeah, but she gave him an opportunity to protect it by keeping it in the original packaging,
It's
and he decided to throw it away.
It's such a massive box. I did that for a while. I would always keep my TV boxes, and it was taking up so much space.
It's one of those things where the box is 3 times bigger than it needs to be.
It is, but you always think to yourself that is the one best way to move it. However, he should not have moved an 80-inch TV with you. That's where he should have called a buddy for help, at the very least.
Yeah, and I'm calling up my family and my people to help him move his TV, and he's still so how are we going to package it? I'm like, I don't know, buddy, figure it out. So that's what I'm specifically
it seems that, Klein, you and I are going to be on completely different sides on this, because you're not a great packer or unpacker or a great mover. Even though you've moved many times, you don't really have a good system in place.
Well, last time everyone made fun of me because I put a bunch of stuff in boxes and labeled all the boxes things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Every box was labeled things and stuff, and it was not helpful when we were trying to figure out where the boxes should go or what was in there when we needed to unpack.
Yeah, because the movers would come in and be like, where do you want this box of things and
I
stuff?
said, I don't know, somewhere. I'm not good at it. I don't have a good organizational system.
But if you have a good plan moving forward, you get the boxes, you label the boxes accordingly, you put kitchen stuff with kitchen stuff, you put heavy when things are heavy, books when things are books, so that it's so clear, everyone knows where everything goes, and the move out and move in process is seamless. And I would imagine you're one of those people, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm overly prepared sometimes.
And you're on the clock because you said you have 72 hours to completely be out of your place into the next place. So once you've got that ticking clock, you think to yourself as you look around, that's the part that I think we never estimate correctly. We think to ourselves, at least maybe as a guy I do, and maybe that's where we're different. I go, I feel like I could probably clean out this entire place in 15 minutes. And the reality is it takes days. And if you're going to do it the right way.
She has taken a day off of work.
Yeah. So is your general complaint, in addition to the TV moving, that he's just not on the same page as you for packing your place up for the move?
Yeah, actually on Saturday, he was watching me pack while he was watching his giant TV, and he eventually came in to help me. And after each box, he would try to high-five me and say, "We're done, right? We're done, right?"
Oh, my God. That's how my wife is, though, too. It's you do
We're
2
done.
boxes, and it's I need a break. I'm like, no, we're not doing breaks.
Right.
That's not how this works.
Hundreds of boxes. All right,
if you need any cords for your giant TV, Klein has a whole disorganized box of them.
That's what my moving process looks like, that giant box of unraveled cords. Let me say hi to Ernie, give him a chance to defend himself. Hey, Ernie, your girlfriend Melissa's on to say that you are not much help in the process of moving. Do you agree or disagree with her statement?
strongly disagree.
Why?
Okay.
Look, so the 92-inch TV, the reason I opened it early was just because maybe Allie will be on my side. I bought it during Black Friday just to save some money.
Yeah.
And I had to test it out. I had to make sure it works. Nothing's broken. Even though we were moving in 5 months later, but I just had to test it out.
How annoyed were you sitting on hold while she was calling your 92-inch TV an 80-inch TV? And you had to hear
I was furious. I had to walk around a little bit.
I pace around my 92-inch TV. Just out of curiosity, how much did you pay for that 92-inch TV?
It was like 7,000 and something.
Oh my God!
Well spent.
It would have been 9,000. So.
Yeah, see, money well spent.
There you go. There's
money
the girl
math.
math.
Is that TV, because of all the things you moving the TV, especially the main TV, the good TV, that is, to me, the most important part of the whole move. I don't care if anything else gets lost or damaged during the move at all, but that matters to me more than anything. Do you feel the same way, Ernie?
100% agree. That's why I cried a little bit when she dropped it, and then her nephew stepped on my TV. My heart kind of I thought it broke or something. So,
well,
had it been in the box, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Yeah, but a box for a 92-inch TV is going to take up an entire room of your house.
Yeah, I thought
he had space.
Yeah, but if you got a little space left on the truck, Klein's right. That's the last thing you pack, and you wrap it in those little quilty blankets, and you lay it flat. Aren't you good to go if you do that?
That's exactly what I did.
I don't even trust the TV to the actual movers.
I don't know. Those quilty blankets fix everything.
I bring them myself. I take that job. So, those quilty blankets do fix everything. The move.
They just wrap everything in quilty blankets.
I don't know why they do that, but for whatever reason, it keeps everything safe. Ernie, so other than the lack of help, she claims she took a day off. She's got the plan in place. Have you actually packed anything yet? You're leaving in 72 hours.
So she goes to the closet. I packed all my clothes already. The dresser, actually. I packed all my stuff. I just left some stuff there. I'm sure she hasn't checked that yet. And then the table where we keep all our cables and miscellaneous stuff, that's already packed. And I did that like in 30 minutes. And it was like 5 boxes compared to her 3 boxes.
Yeah.
So I think I'm doing pretty good right now. All that's left.
The box to box ratio is
right. He's using way too many boxes, but that's fine. Melissa, other than what is the one thing you'd like to get across before the jury will vote and who's right, who's wrong? If you're just joining us, we have Melissa and Ernie. They've been dating 7 years. They're moving from one place to another place together, right? One of you's not moving out. One of you's not being evicted. You're moving together to a new place.
Yeah.
We're moving together.
She claims that he does not do a good job of packing and doesn't have a good system, and also his TV is a real nuisance because he didn't keep the box.
Yeah, and is there any kind of disagreement as far as clutter? Are you both hoarders? Is one of you more of a hoarder than the other?
Honestly,
I probably hang on to a little more stuff.
So in our new place, I bought the TV, the couch, the table, everything new. And I kind of want to throw some stuff out. I'm just waiting on her to see if it's okay or not.
So that changes it because Melissa's the one with more stuff.
Yeah. And also interesting that you're right. The moving is always a chance for one person in the couple to tell the other person,
get rid of this.
This is trash now. And they go, it's not trash now.
Yeah, and then those are all the little arguments that eat away at you.
All right, 10 seconds closing arguments, and the jury will decide who's right and who's wrong. We've heard a lot. Most importantly, Melissa did say earlier his TV was only 80 inches. We found out after some follow-up questions it's actually 92 inches. Very important 12 inches we have to incorporate into the argument.
Well, then you have to think, can I even believe this witness?
Right. Hey, if she's wrong about that, what else could she be wrong about, right? You don't know. I mean, really, you may have perjured yourself. I'm not exactly sure if I'm using that term properly. I would imagine probably not. Melissa, 10 seconds closing arguments. You did bring your boyfriend to petty claims court. What do you want to say to try to curry favor with the jury? Go.
So, yes, he did pack up some things, but he also left a bigger mess on the counters for me to clean up and figure out. Some of the stuff that he says I am hoarding is stuff that he bought me that I was window shopping and not really going to buy. So now he doesn't want me to throw it away because he spent his money on it.
Time's up. Ernie, you have 10 seconds. Go ahead.
You were going to give him more time.
Kind of was.
Honestly, just throw everything away. Just keep my TV, my couch, and let's just buy everything new again. Make things easier.
I am so like this guy. If you have your TV and your couch, you don't really need anything else. It is
and
really...
my PlayStation, sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right. Time is up. All right. Let's go. Votes. Bring them in. 800-520-1067. Who wins this battle? Is it Melissa? Is it Ernie? We'll come back with the verdict next right here on KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Almost Monday, can't slow down, and we are about to get the exciting verdict in a petty claims court battle, helping couples stay together or break up forever since we started doing petty claims court over a year ago. To this point, I don't even know, Allie, how many couples we've helped or hurt, but it's been quite a few, and I would imagine just as many relationships were saved as were completely dissolved as a result of this.
Yeah, but they say the divorce rate these days is just over 50%, so we have the same average.
Roughly the same average. Before we get into the verdict, we got Melissa, we got Ernie. They're moving. They have 72 hours to get out. She thinks his whole moving process is crazy. She's got the plan. He just basically stands up and high-fives her after she packs the boxes and said, good job, let's take a break. All he cares about is his couch and his TV, and it is a 90-inch TV. He wants to remind everyone, not an 82-inch TV as she originally had stated. And now there's all sorts of people voting all over the text line, on the phones. George, who's your vote for?
I'm voting for Ernie because at the end of the day, he's the one who's going to do the heavy lifting and not her.
Well, he did ask her to help move the TV, and she apparently dropped part of it, which I think he seems really angry about.
Yeah, so then you're kind of disqualified from future moving of things when that happens. But 714 said Melissa should win because she's being treated like the manager of this move. She might be doing more of the heavy lifting, but she's not just packing. She's also cleaning up after Ernie and managing his ability to pack.
Bridget?
I'm voting for Melissa. Ernie is absolutely ridiculous. I got so mad. I called a radio station at 7:30 in the morning to complain about it.
No, I get it.
You're at a new low.
Petty claims court does have that effect on people.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you for calling us, and I'm sorry you had to do that.
I'm so mad I had to call a radio station.
I get it. All right, well, Allie's tabulating the votes, and there are no shortage here, so let's go ahead and read the verdict. Let me say hi to Melissa again and Ernie. You guys understand once we read the ruling, it's final, right?
Yes.
You got it. And you understand if you lose, there will probably be some consequences. And I know bragging rights is important in a relationship. Scorekeeping is important in a relationship. But Allie has been tabulating, and there's interesting points being made for both of you.
Yeah.
So let's get through some of those. Then we'll give you the exact verdict.
323, this guy is so self-centered, only thinks about packing his own stuff. And it's not like he's in a relationship with anyone but himself.
Well, he's in a relationship with the TV.
Yeah, and that's what he's concerned with.
Right.
And Melissa is more concerned with the entire house being packed up,
And
the entire place.
Based on the size of that TV, Ernie's a real size queen.
Right. But 626 said, I think Ernie should dump her and move in with me and bring his 92-inch TV with him.
Ernie, I would offer you the same thing if you'd like to move in with me. I don't have a 90-inch TV, and I'm super jealous. I maxed out at 75 inches. I'd love to look at a 92-inch TV.
Yeah. 818 said, a boyfriend of 7 years and the TV is more important. You got to move out of that relationship, girl.
All right, well, after adding up all of the votes, originally Melissa said that Ernie was not pulling his weight and helping with the move fairly. Obviously, we went on a bit of a TV tangent. But who wins this petty claims court battle?
Man, this is a really tough one because there really are a lot of arguments on each side. But Melissa, by a hair.
Wow.
By an inch, you win this round of petty claims court.
Unbelievable. Well, listen, Melissa, all I can say for you is this. You've won this battle, petty claims court. Ernie, as a result, I would tell you to take over the move, but I don't think she's going to let you do it anyway because she seems like she's going to micromanage that thing. So your punishment is you need to sit down and watch 10 hours of your favorite shows on your giant TV.
That's the punishment?
That's right.
That's not
I
fair.
don't want to hear about the TV anymore.
Yeah,
he needs to figure it out on
He
his
was
own.
going to do that anyway, let's be honest. So solved another problem here. And the good news, now your punishment is you go buy some movers. You got a nice enough TV, get some movers. Take the stress off you guys. It's KROQ with Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. Just Like Heaven. It's a great festival happening this weekend. Brookside Rose Bowl, Vampire Weekend, Empire of the Sun, Block Party TV on the radio, and more. We've got tickets to give you at 9 a.m. sharp, but we did promise a bonus pair, and we have that pair for you. As soon as we get back from this super quick break, you want to stick around. Sometime between now and your ADD news, we will get you tickets to the festival this weekend. So be ready to call and claim those tickets after this.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
kick off a brand new hour of the show. There's lots going on around here, but for starters, I did promise some tickets, so let's go ahead and say hi to caller 20, which puts us in Whittier. Good morning. Is this Liz?
Yes, this is Liz.
Liz, I don't know what your plans are for this Saturday, but cancel them. You'll be going to Just Like Heaven.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'll have to get a babysitter for sure.
Good luck. Vampire Weekend, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, TV on the Radio, Group Love, and many, many others. And you'll win another pair of tickets from us. You will not, because you're not eligible now, but someone else will win those tickets from us coming up at 9 o'clock in about an hour. And then again at noon, 3 and 6 all day here on KROQ. Hold on, and thank you for waking up and listening to the show, Liz. Appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, there she goes, Liz, another satisfied customer. Sorry, we don't think of you as customers here. We think of you as numbers. And now your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right. You've been hearing about it for years. Now it's finally happening. If you haven't already, today is the day to get the real ID. Now, this change was approved back in 2008. This whole thing was a product of 9/11, believe it or not. And for the last 18 years, this has been happening, then delayed, then not happening.
The government.
Really?
What the hell?
I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Take that, terrorists. This many years later.
2 decades later, we're going to get an extra hologram on our license. And that'll show you.
We've got that little bear in California now on the upper right-hand corner.
I don't even know if my ID is real or not. I remember for a lot of times in college, I had a great fake ID. Was very proud of that fake ID. Nothing better in life than a really good fake ID.
Was this the kind of fake ID that you made me?
The one I made you
with the tape on it?
Omar, the fake ID I made you was a great fake ID.
It
but
was
you
not. It didn't work. It looked totally like all rinky-dink. It was so janky.
You went to a Stater Brothers and tried to use it, and they
Yes.
you shouldn't have gone. If you'd gone to any sort of liquor store, like a random liquor store, it would have passed.
God, I don't think so, man.
Try to use it at a liquor store and see
I
if
don't
it
even
passes.
know if I have it still.
Well, you should.
Oh, he'll make you another one.
I'll make you another one.
Make me another
It'll
one.
take 5
you, like,
minutes.
exactly.
Well, they also, if you go back into the weeds, the Oklahoma City bombers bought their fertilizer using a counterfeit ID made by their wife, who used an ironing board to make it. So it's not
Good
like
wife.
it's been hard to make counterfeit IDs in the past and have them be passable for bad crimes.
Yeah.
So that's why this whole thing has been in the works for a long time. But again, they want to give people as much time as possible. Regardless of all of that, there are still tons of people currently in line at the DMV because those are the people who truly have procrastinated for 18 years. And now this line, I mean, yes, a lot of people have gotten their real IDs, but the lines are crazy and the airports are super backed up. And they say right now you should get there 2 to 3 hours before your flight because there are so many delays with the real ID. And if you don't have your real ID and you get up to TSA and you don't have like an alternative form of ID,
they send you back.
They send you into another line. You're going to get into a new line with a new form of questioning for additional security in order to get through and get on that flight.
I should start making my fake IDs again, but doing fake real IDs.
There you go.
People that couldn't wait in line to get the real ID, I'll do the fake real IDs. And, certain states, I remember this from college, it's changed over, but there were certain states that had such a old school looking, like no holograms, easy ones.
Oh, yeah, Arizona had that.
It was
that's where my fake ID was from.
Maine, Ohio. There were certain ones where you could almost tell it was a fake ID just because
it looked like a child drew it.
Right.
You know?
It was wild.
Like those weird vertical ones?
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, nothing.
You're like, what am I looking at right now?
It felt like, you're like, thought to yourself, how is this an official government document? They're using Courier New for the font. This is crazy.
Well, guys, it's all going to be okay because we have Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, you're holding this all down. Holding it down. This is what I do. I hold it down. I do crowd control. Everybody's getting their real ID, and I just try to keep everybody in line to be able to get in to get their real ID.
So is everyone showing up with what they need?
Yes, ma'am, with birth certificate and 2 proofs of residency. Get your real ID at the DMV.
That's Dee Dee?
What is it? Is that an SNL skit?
No, that's Dee Dee who works in security at the Culver City DMV.
Oh, she's the official
Get her
mascot.
on TV right now.
I know.
I love her.
I love her so much.
How come they're not calling her real ID?
Oh,
such a better name.
All right, Real IDD, how's it going?
There you go. Real ID at the DMV.
Yes.
Man, book her. Vanessa, I don't know what you're doing right now, but
Stop it.
Book Dee Dee immediately.
Absolutely.
And tell her we need her every morning from 6 until 10 a.m.
She should help us come up with a new PSA.
For the Real ID?
Yeah. Real IDD has to decide.
She's great.
All right.
I've never met anyone at the DMV that was that pleasant before, ever.
I know. And she's out there. She's just making sure everyone's in line and has what they need. Every time I've gone to the DMV, I get to the window and they're like, here's a bunch of stuff that you needed that you didn't know you needed. And you don't have it, so turn around.
Should have met Real IDD.
All right. Another company that was killing it in the 90s is filing for bankruptcy, and Ozempic is to blame. Let's have a moment of silence for Weight Watchers. Woo! They have filed for bankruptcy, which doesn't necessarily mean the company is going away. They do claim this is just to eliminate their $1.15 billion of debt, and they intend to stay in business, but they've been telling you to lose weight. In the meantime, they've been losing money with the rise of weight loss drugs like the ones that Jake is on.
But here's the thing with Weight Watchers is that they hire the wrong people. They hired Oprah that didn't lose the weight. They hired that hype guy. What's his name?
Oh, my God. That's
DJ
right.
Khaled, who actually got fatter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just, what are you guys doing over there?
Let's
Weight
just
Watchers?
watch the weight.
Yeah.
We'll watch it.
And watch it grow. And DJ Khaled. Yeah, they pick terrible people.
Totally.
And I understand why they did it, because they've got big followings and they got, all their followers will hopefully take it as well. But the reality is you got to get people that actually lose the weight. So it looks like it's working. Like Jake, for instance.
That's insane.
You can see it within weeks.
Crazy.
I've had so many people ask me, what is Jake doing? It's unbelievable. I say he's Lasara.com. I said, Jake is crushing it.
And it's also so much easier than like, oh, I'm at a restaurant. How many points are these fries? And I have to do all this math to figure out how many points I'm supposed to be on. I mean, the whole process. It worked back in the 80s. I mean, this company was created in the 60s, and it was all the rage. But now we have way different ways of losing weight and way more effective ones. So I don't see them coming back from this. All right, and then finally, it takes a while for a new religion to be created, but there is somebody who is stepping up to the plate, creating his own religion.
I hope it's Dee Dee.
It's Dee Dee. It's Real IDD. She has many followers. No, Brian Johnson, the guy who created that Don't Die documentary, he's the guy who wants to live forever.
Yeah.
He said, "Dear humanity, I am building a religion. Wait a second, I know what you're going to say. Hold that knee-jerk reaction and let me explain." He is creating a religion called Don't Die. It's going to be history's fastest growing ideology, according to him, and it will save the human race. And he's going to usher in an existence more spectacular than we can imagine. Sounds like a cult following to me.
Sure does. All right. Well, there you go. There's your news. You're all updated now. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show, and perhaps the greatest hour of your life. Thanks for being here. It starts right now.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
What an hour to be alive on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. We're going to be celebrating moms, give you the ultimate gift, the gift you want more than anything else, the gift of sleep. Give you a chance to get one of those sweet, sweet pillows from our friends at Sit and Sleep, potentially a brand new bed, and a one-night getaway oceanside where you can just have all the time to yourself that you so desperately deserve, want, and need. That'll be coming up later this hour with the return of Mother Knows Best on KROQ. And, of course, the number one topic that people seem to be calling about or asking about is...
Yo, bitch-ass Finderella. Finally, it is nipple day. The $1 million question. When they take that massive needle and stab it through your boyish-like nipple, are you going to scream like a little bitch?
Yes.
Or man up? I highly doubt you will man up.
Thank you. I plan on screaming like a little bitch, although there is some controversy involving the piercing nipple that I will be doing after the show today.
Why? What's the controversy?
I will play you some audio. It's not good for me.
It's not going to change anything.
Share it with you next.
Gonna make it bend and break.
be a great day for me, and hopefully your day will be better because you get to laugh at my uncomfortability that will be taking place during the nipple piercing after the show. Why are we doing it? Great question. I don't really know anymore.
You did this to yourself, if you remember. You said, if we raise $5,000, I will pierce a nipple. And then we raised $5,000, and you must pierce a nipple.
Yeah, but we didn't really raise $5,000. We raised about $3,000, and then at the last second, Daddy Warbucks, Blind Charlie, stepped up and put his stupid credit card down, and now the guy's probably living in a shanty. I mean, Johnny's been to Blind Charlie's house. Remember, Blind Charlie gave Johnny his TV because he can't even see it, and Johnny said that guy should keep his $3,000. Yeah, it's like an unbelievable thing. Anyway, lo and behold, today's the day, or moving over to the piercing place after. What's the name of the place? I want to give them their credit.
Oh, it's called Nathan's.
Nathan's. This guy was on with us last week. Cool guy. He's pierced a lot of rock stars.
Tattoos and piercings.
And we'll be there after the show doing a Showtime podcast from his piercing place because the lawyers here tried to shut this down so many times. And we said, no, lawyers, you're not going to shut this down. I was hoping they would shut it down. This was the first time in the history of me working here I was on the side of the lawyers.
You really were. Right from the beginning, you were like, guys, I don't know if this can really happen.
I wish the lawyers could have shut this down. And the fact
any other bit, you're like, let's just do it anyway. Who cares?
I do say
this
that.
This time you were like, I don't think that we really should be able to.
The plan was I was not going to tell my wife about this at all. And then today, when I went home, I was just going to take my shirt off like I would normally do and let her discover it for herself. Unfortunately, like a lot of people, my Amazon shopping cart gave me away. And she was asking me yesterday, why was there lidocaine in the Amazon shopping cart?
Which is funny because you don't typically get numbed for a piercing or for a tattoo. And you've even been asking around.
Yeah.
About whether or not people get numbed for this kind of stuff, and they're like, no, dude, you just take it. And then you still were going to go to Amazon and buy yourself numbing cream so that you could make this less painful.
I said to this guy that was covered in tattoos and piercings I saw the other day, I said, hey, what would you recommend to not feel the pain of a piercing? He goes, why wouldn't you want to feel the pain? And I go, well, not me, but some other person.
This is my little sister.
Right. yeah, I want to feel all the pain. I was like, what would you recommend if you didn't want to feel it? Why wouldn't you want to feel it?
Well, the thing is, Klein, you can't tense up. You have to just breathe through it and relax.
Anyway,
let the pain take over you.
I'm going to play you some audio now. It's 2 minutes long. This is maybe one of the final conversations I ever have with my wife, if I go through with it today, because first she confronts me about the lidocaine. She was not happy about that, let alone the reason for that, and it all unfolds in a chaotic scene at my house, and I ran some audio, and here we go. What?
What do you need the lidocaine?
I didn't end up ordering it. I didn't need
You
it.
said you'd tell me.
I was going to get it, but I didn't end up getting it.
You literally said you'd tell me.
Well, what do people get lidocaine for? I just want to point out what's going on in the background there.
It's a homeless man asking for change.
What the hell?
You have a prisoner in your room?
Weirdness is happening, man.
We are in the...
Someone's grazing a coffee cup across the bars.
We are in the hallway. My daughter was explaining that she wants an iPad, and I said, if you want an iPad,
you have to get chained to the radiator.
You can save up your money,
panhandling,
and buy an iPad when you earn money. And she goes to her room where she's got a bunch of change, mostly pennies.
So she's going through
and
to
she's
see.
Counting her change. She's got maybe a total of $1.20, maybe. But she's in there just counting all over. It's every change she's ever found from tooth, whatever. So that's what's happening in the other room. I don't know why it was so loud. I'm in the hallway having this conversation with my wife.
Oh no, num.
Right. I'm doing something for the show. And so I was going to potentially get that stuff, but I don't need it.
You're not telling me the full answer.
Because I was
beating around the bush, and that's very unfair.
Guys, I have a $50 coin.
So cool. She's very excited.
How did you find that?
She found a $50. I don't know, but I'm just...
Some really nice Good Samaritan gave her.
I'm just trying to get to the thing, and also I am trying to sidestep it because I know...
I have tuppence.
It's easier. Forgiveness always easier than permission, and I know my wife is not... She's already upset with most of the things we do on the show. This show is making all of our personal relationships much worse.
Oh, I think that it's strengthening my relationship with my wife.
No way. Zero chance. So cool.
Look.
Yeah. That's a very rare.
Very cool.
Go save that. I think you got that from the tooth fairy. Can you go put that?
Good night, honey.
Good night. I have
part of the deal with when I jumped in the lake, Big Bear Lake, is it was called Frosted Tips and Frosted Dips, right? And then I said when we were raising money, we raised a lot of money. I made a claim that if we raised a certain amount of money, I would pierce my nipple. And tomorrow...
You pierced your nipple!
Now, that was... I was whispering so quietly. And she was back in her room with all
counting her $50.
Yeah, and the fact that she heard that is to me insanity. Because I was...
Your areola is going to look like a $50.
I was... by the time they're done with it, it really will. I said... and this is now where I'm getting mad because I was not going to tell them anything about this. I mean, they're young and impressionable, and I don't want them coming. I don't care if they want to pierce themselves down the line, but I don't want them coming back all trip to the old piercing pagoda
you think
covered in
that this
holes.
is going to be like a core memory when my dad got his nipple pierced?
Yeah, probably it is now.
I realized I couldn't trust my dad anymore.
Yeah.
You pierced your nipple!
You're allowed to tell me.
Dad, you pierced your nipple.
No, I did not. I did not.
No, Dad pierced his nipple.
I did not.
Now she's telling...
I did not. I'm going to.
I didn't say I'm going to. Now she's woken up. The other kid was in her bed. Now she hears the yelling.
You pierced your nipple.
No.
He said I heard him. You pierced your nipple.
No, he didn't.
I did not, sweetie.
You're on school.
Yeah, please don't say that.
He would never do something that stupid. Don't worry. Your dad is an upstanding man who would never do something like that.
Let me get it all around. Let me touch to the nipple.
So now the other one comes out. Now they're ripping my shirt off to try to look at my nipples.
I love it.
It's just not great.
You're gonna need bananas.
Hey, stop it. Okay.
That's why there's a hole right there.
Okay, good night, girls. Good night. Thank you.
Your hair is still red.
I know.
And now
your hair is still red, by the way. I still hate you from the last dumb thing.
So my wife is still mad that the hair, which we had to bleach for this dumb thing,
it's not red.
It is, Allie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It is. It looks really reddish.
It looks a different shade of black, which it always is.
I'm telling you right now. She's like
such a minor change.
Your hair is still red.
I know. I'm gonna
You're aware?
I'm gonna get it fixed. I'm gonna get a haircut. They're gonna cut it all off. Anyway, so I have to do that on the air, and I was going to get that stuff to numb
You're
it,
not piercing your nipple.
but I'll take it out. I will. I do have to pierce it. We raise a bunch, like thousands.
You are not doing that. I'm sorry.
You are not doing that. I'm sorry.
She's not, and she's not doing that smiley thing where it's like she doesn't want me to. When I'm like.
What smiley thing? I've never seen it.
I would imagine she has the ability to smile. I haven't seen it either. I couldn't give you a good example, but she's not doing the thing other people do with a smile.
What?
Okay.
I'm doing it, and then I will take it out.
Absolutely, you're not doing that.
Is she laughing because she's thinking about all the money she's going to get from you in the divorce?
Maybe, but she will be. It's going to be that pile of coins she just heard a moment ago. That's
You won't even notice. No, you're not talking?
Guys!
No.
So that was how it kind of wrapped up.
Oof.
She's not happy. She kind of went the full
silence
shutdown.
is bad.
And then we, unfortunately, when my phone died, that's when she continued the chat and just said that it was
immature.
Yes.
Base.
Regrets all. I mean, not happy about any of this for so many reasons.
It's not like you are, so that's a great.
You
guys have something in common.
I said we can agree on the fact that neither of us want me to do this. We can agree on that. Let's build on that. And she said, well, you're still doing it. And now she's turned it into this whole, if I do it, I'm basically picking the show over her.
Wow, she is a master manipulator. Is that why you're upset? Because you're choosing the show?
I explained that it was a hard decision, but I've gone with the show. There's a lot of people.
And then she did crack a smile.
She did not crack a smile. There has been no smile.
No smile
So
cracked.
that is...
All right, well...
that is where we're at right now.
A hole in your marriage and a hole in your nipple.
Hey, Marcella, hi, I wish we have to take a break, but there's a lot of comments on this. Yes, go ahead, Marcella.
Okay, so the highest
potency of lidocaine that you can get over the counter is actually anal lube. So
okay,
I would
thank
say
you.
Add to cart.
I'm to buy your anal lube. Thank you for that call.
Oh, you can get it delivered same day if you order now.
Enough help. I don't need that call tonight. Why did you have anal lube in the cart on Amazon? Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the continued support. But today is the day.
Everyone else said Klein's nipple piercing is going to be the talk of the playground.
It really is. That's the other problem.
That's going to be so
We're going to get a call from the teacher later.
You're that dad now.
I'm that dad now.
I think that's great.
It's not great.
Oh,
it's not
come
great.
on. You're going to be cool.
Nope. Not happy about this. I'd like to buy my way out of it. I'd like to match. I'd like to match Coma Jim's donation and
It's a huge red flag that she's giving you ultimatums. It's the worst kind of red flag, Klein.
Mm-hmm. Great.
She's giving you an ultimatum saying you're choosing your show over me, and that's not fair. You can't choose. They're both your babies.
We got to take a break. The plan is it's happening.
562 Klein is just trying to make all of us feel bad.
No. You guys, listen. I lost the bet. The bet evolved. You guys make me eat my words. I will just understand. I will remember this. When anyone around...
wow, great.
Just remember this.
Oh,
okay.
You're going to remember something. What a threat.
Write this... Vanessa, make sure I remember this stuff.
Vanessa will remind me.
Listen to KROQ at 9, noon, 3, and 6.
This is Ezra from Vampire Weekend.
What up, Los Angeles? This is Group Love.
You just got off stage at the Just Like Heaven Festival.
For your last chance to win your way in to Just Like Heaven. This Saturday, Brookside at the Rose Bowl. Over 20 bands, including... Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party. TV on the radio, Peter, Bjorn, and John, Slow Dive, Group Love, and more. Keep it on KROQ to score tickets, courtesy of Golden Voice.
Feels good to be free on the world famous KROQ.
Hey, you.
We have something that we know you desperately want for Mother's Day, which is on Sunday, and that is sleep. And moms are finally admitting they don't necessarily care about the flowers and the brunches and all that crap. They just want some time for themselves. It's a woman that's gone quite viral on Instagram.
Here's the thing. For Mother's Day, all that I really want is like a break because I'm tired. I don't want to do anything or go anywhere unless it's like really nice out. I want to do something, so it might just depend on the day. I just want a nap and a little bit of space, but not too much space. Might just depend on the hour, kind of feel me out. But not too much. Give me space. Really, don't make a big deal out of it. Just like a little bit of a deal. Not a huge deal, just the right amount. A deal. I really don't need much. I don't even need like gifts. I just need a card along with like a little gift. Just like the right size gift. Doesn't have to be a lot. I need everybody together and happy, but not too close. Like I said, just a little bit of space. I'd like to maybe go on a walk, but I need all attitudes to be like agreeable to that walk. And I know you can't like control attitudes, but I'd like you to. I'm kidding, but I'm not. I just want it to be like a really nice day, but not too much pressure. Just like the perfect day. But it doesn't have to be. It's just another day, and I know that, and I don't care.
So anyway, basically that goes on for another 4 minutes, but that is what it is like to try to get your mom something that she actually wants for Mother's Day, which is why we've decided that this year we are giving you the ultimate gift, the gift of sleep. And if you would like to involve your mom in something on the radio now called Mother Knows Best, all you need to do is have a mom that will still accept your phone calls. We will ask you a few questions about your life, and then we will see if your mom knows those answers as well. And if you're able to connect and if you're able to match, even though these questions will be potentially topics you wouldn't want to discuss with your own mother.
Yeah, not necessarily ones that would come up naturally in conversation.
Here's what you would win her. You will win her, for sure, a Tempur-Pedic pillow. You'll also qualify her for the grand prize of a king or queen size Tempur-Pedic mattress from Sit and Sleep, which is valued at close to $5,000.
Mama!
Along with a one-night stay at the Paseo Hotel and Spa in Huntington Beach, oceanfront guest room, and treatment at Arna Spa. This could and will all be yours but you must call now for some Mother Knows Best.
And that stay at the hotel is the perfect example of doing something without doing something, which
You're right.
is what every mom wants.
Right, just some space.
I just want to do something, but not really something.
All those things that mom just said in the Instagram we played for you, you'll get to do all of those things. You give her the gift of sleep for sure, potentially great sleep for the rest of her life on the mattress, and at least one night of amazing sleep oceanside.
Oh, and that spa treatment. Don't forget that.
If you would like to join us for Mother Knows Best, get your mom the ultimate gift this Mother's Day. Give us a call now, 800-520-1067. You'll join us for a little segment called Mother Knows Best. It'll bring you closer together than ever before. Some would argue too close. And you could win your mom the ultimate Mother's Day. We'll come back with that. Awkward, for sure. Next, right here on KROQ. Show celebrating moms all week with the gift they want more than anything else. That is the gift of sleep. And think about all of the things you've done in your life that you wouldn't want your mom to know about. That is exactly why we do Mother Knows Best.
Now it's time for Mother Knows Best.
A lot of people on the phone. Some of them will have the opportunity to connect with their mom. And we've done this before, Allie, and every time it's been uncomfortable and awkward for sure. But we've connected people and their parents about topics that normally you would like to avoid. Everyone knows that uncomfortable feeling you have. You're sitting down, you're watching HBO, mom or dad next to you on the couch, then some gratuitous sex scene comes on, and you just both sit there and stare straight ahead and hope that no one makes a comment or a noise.
Oh, my God.
Uncomfortable.
Sometimes they'll just come out of nowhere, those sex scenes, and then you're like, no, I can't go back.
And I always think to myself, I would be enjoying this so much if I was by myself right now, but I am so uncomfortable right now. Please just end already. Why am I watching real sex with my mom?
And then you're like, is she going to say something? Because I'm not going to say anything.
Right. Let's just pretend it's not happening and move along. Well, that's the sort of feeling we will give you again in this exciting edition of Mother Knows Best. So let's say hi to, wow, there's people all over the place that would like the chance. Let me say hi to Nicole.
Well, it's a great gift to give to your mom, and it's a free gift for you.
Yeah.
Worth a lot of money for them.
And Nicole, are you very close with your mother? I mean, does she take your calls? Are you guys like best friends? What is the relationship?
Yes, we're embarrassingly best friends, and she just texted me back saying, "What? Okay." She's excited.
You sent her a text that we may call her on KROQ?
Yes.
Okay. And do you think that there's things in your life that you have not told her about? Like, I mean, obviously, people say, I'm really close with my parents. I think I'm close with my parents, but there's a lot of stuff I've done I would never want them to know about.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff I haven't told her, so this should be interesting.
All right. And she will take your call.
Yes.
Okay.
She texts back. So
all right. That's a
she's
good
awake.
start.
She's ready
All right.
to go.
We'll start with you. Let's find out if we have any interesting answers to these questions, and then we'll see if we can get Nicole's mom on the phone. And all they got to do is match 2 out of 3 times, and she'll be a winner. Her mom will get the pillow, and this will be great. Nicole, just want to get I'm going to give you a preliminary question, then we're going to say hi to someone else who would like a chance to call their mom. But what is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done while drunk?
Oh my gosh. Countless times of peeing in inappropriate places, popping squats.
Like, give me a place, an inappropriate place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
you have
where?
An example of an inappropriate place you've actually popped a squat?
Well, I grew up downtown Huntington Beach, so there's a lot of different alleys to just be able to go to the bathroom if you don't want to wait in line.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's interesting. All right, hold on. That is Nicole. Nicole says her mom knows a lot but doesn't know everything. And that is one of the ways. Let me say hi also to Michael, who would like a chance. Michael claims that he is a certified mama's boy. Hey, Michael, what makes you a certified mama's boy?
I'm constantly fighting with my wife over the relationship I have with my mother.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I have a friend who's like that.
Let me ask you a question, and just to get a sense of you. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done while drunk?
I threw up in my mom's planter on the porch in front of our house.
No, she loves that planter.
It's her favorite planter.
It was a giant planter, yeah, one of those Sega Palm planters.
Do you think your mom? Do you think your mom would be upset if we were to call and ask her if she knew what your favorite sexual position was?
I think she'd laugh hysterically and then get really red.
What is your favorite sexual position?
That's going to have to be doggy for sure.
Is every guy's favorite position doggy?
It's just fun to say, Allie. Oh. So Michael could
right,
call,
certified mama's boy.
Michael could call his mom, or Nicole could call her mom, and then obviously there's a bunch of other people who'd like a chance at this as well. But the question is, just based on the preliminary chats we've had,
I'm interested in this mama's boy.
All right, so keep Nicole on hold. We're going to give mama's boy a chance in Mother Knows Best.
It's what his girlfriend said.
Mother Knows Best.
All right, Michael, 3 questions. All right, we already got the answers to 2 of them. So your favorite position sexually is doggy. We're going to ask your mom if she knows that. And the most embarrassing thing you've done while drunk ever was you threw up in her planter?
Yeah.
Okay. Will your mom know your body count, how many people you've been with?
Oh, man, I don't even know my body count. That's going to...
What do you think? Just double digits, you think?
Oh, yeah, well above double digits. They'll say north of double digits for sure. We'll say north of 40.
North of 40 or 20?
40.
North of 40.
Wow.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy.
All right, north of 40, doggy. And what is the hardest drug you've ever done?
Acid.
You did acid. Does your mom know about that?
Yeah, I was floored on her couch for a week after a trip. So,
is there anything that your mom doesn't know? A big secret?
Not that I know of. I usually tell my mom pretty much everything. She gives the best advice.
Mm-hmm. But most of these things we've just discussed, she would have no idea of. I mean, she doesn't know. You've never talked about your favorite position with her, I would imagine.
Definitely not. Yeah, right. I mean, we definitely don't talk about sex.
Right.
So.
Well, that's about to change. All right, we're going to get your mom on the phone, and she's just got to match with you 2 out of 3 times. If she does, she wins the pillow and potentially the mattress, the one-night stay. What is your mom's name? I got a bunch of moms on hold now. What is your mom's name?
Joanne.
Okay, Joanne. Of course it is. I should have known that. By the way, every mom on hold's name is Joanne. I've got 9 Joannes on hold. Let me say hi to Joanne. Hey, Joanne? Good morning, Joanne.
Yes.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, we have your son, Michael, on right now.
All right. Isn't he great?
That's going to be great.
you
said that with such trepidation. That's going to be great.
Are you proud of your son, Michael, for being a proud mama's boy?
Super proud.
He says that he fights with his wife a lot, and you are sometimes the reason for those fights. Do you not like his wife?
She's unique.
Oh, that is the biggest insult in mom world.
That is as bad as it gets. All right, Michael, you and your mom, we will connect you right now, and here we go. It's time for the 3 questions. Mom, you have a chance to win an amazing prize. Your son is really calling because he loves you and wants to win you something for Mother's Day. So here we go.
Now, it's time for Mother Knows Best.
We asked Michael what is the most embarrassing thing he's ever done while drunk, and he did give us an answer. What do you think that thing is, Mom?
Oh, so many to choose from, but let's do this. How about, okay, I give one answer, right?
Yep.
Okay. There's
So
a
many
few
to
of them.
choose from.
Wow.
There are so many to choose from.
First one that pops into your mind when you hear that.
Okay, so it's probably had to do with drinking. It's probably had to do with drinking at home. It's probably had to do when he fertilized my begonias with his throw up.
And let me ask you, you sound like a gardener, avid gardener?
I was up there one time.
I mean, if you're saying my begonias,
right?
I think you're an avid gardener.
Right. You're either a gay man or an avid gardener.
My
one of the two.
begonia.
So
It's either Miracle Grow or Mikey's throw up. So.
Yeah. And did he come clean on that, or you found the throw up in your begonias?
I believe my husband. No, I think everybody knew it was him.
Okay. That is correct. He also admitted that even though he he said he threw up in your plant. He didn't mention the begonias by name, but I think we'll accept that as correct. We asked your son what his favorite sexual position is. Mom, what do you think he said?
Lord, thank you, God. I think I'm close to my son to know that there's a list of what. Yeah. Anyway, he's a doggy boy.
What?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
he's a doggy
How do
boy.
I know this?
Yeah, how would you
How do
know
I
that?
know this?
What is this list you speak of?
Now I'm kind of siding with the wife here.
Yeah, I'm on team
that's-
wife.
that's
I think you're
favorite.
unique, Mom. So wait,
You have a list of sex positions your son likes?
We're a close family. Yeah, we joke around a lot, and that just happens to be what he jokes around a lot about.
Oh, he jokes around about doggy.
Yeah,
That
so
is
that has to be it.
So cringe that he's joking around about doggy style. His mom.
Yeah,
hey.
we're a strange bunch.
Sounds that way. Final question. I mean, technically, you've I guess won, but I am curious. He gave us his count as to how many people he's been with. How many people do you think he's been with sexually, Mom?
Sexually, wow. And is this in California? Out of California?
It's a total number.
Wow.
Total. Wow.
You think
How
your
many
son
people
is a
have
player? You
been
think
with-
he slayed?
I do. I do. Because, again, some of those times he's drinking, too. So.
Mm-hmm. And he is a doggy boy. Right.
Yeah. So,
That's Michael
I don't
Squire.
know. Let's go with 25.
Well, you'll be proud to know your son has done much more than just that. Almost double that, he said. North of
I was
40.
going to go 50. No way. I was going to say 50.
Yeah, he said he's been with over 40 women.
How many men have you been with, Joanne?
Good for you. I'd go for the 50 route.
Oh, damn.
Joanne, you have an opportunity to now
People gotta
tell.
live.
You can now tell your son your body count if you'd like to.
Oh, we'll go with 40, Mikey. I'm sorry.
No. I don't think. All right. Well, this got weird as
I'm
always.
a doggy girl.
Hey, here's the good news. Your son won for you the gift of sleep. You will be getting your very own Tempur-Pedic pillow. Very nice. Here, you can see it on the YouTube. You're also going to potentially win the grand prize on Friday, just in time for Mother's Day, a brand new king or queen size Tempur-Pedic mattress. Sounds like you could use it from sit and sleep, along with one night stay at Paseo Hotel, Spa, Huntington Beach, oceanfront room, treatment at Arna Spa. This could all be yours just for being a mom who probably needs some sleep. And thank you for being on with us, Michael. Thank you for listening, calling the show.
Thank you so much.
Mom, maybe in the mornings, one of these days, you're up, you can check out KROQ, huh? How about that?
I always do.
All right. I don't believe that. We will take
Yes.
take a quick break. We'll be back with more show, your ADD news, and your tickets to Just Like Heaven all next.
Klein, Alley, Show. KROQ. KROQ.
Injured in an accident? KROQ, Klein Alley Show, about to start drinking some tequila in here with Mr. Suave Agave. It was nice enough to come in, listen to the show, heard us talking about tequila. So look, he could school all of us on good versus bad. And Cinco de Mayo just so happened that we were going to have him come in Monday regardless. Just so happened it seems like a theme show now.
Yeah.
And also, we should point out Vanessa had a birthday over the weekend. We all forgot it, except Allie. She remembered but didn't send a text.
That's right.
Which is even more messed up than forgetting altogether.
Not more messed up.
Vanessa was going to be blindfolded for this tequila taste test. But the sad part is we didn't even have a blindfold, so she had to take Jake's dog's
I don't mind Kibby.
bandana.
Well,
So
that's
you-
a byproduct of Jake
Yeah.
and his smells.
Yeah.
Okay, but wait, but
Put the
they're all.
blindfold on.
Okay, question. Do I still need to do it because like they all look the same?
You don't need to do it, but you still need to do it.
I think you need to be blindfolded. I know, they
Here,
all
I'll
look
help
the
you.
same.
Fine.
That's one of Mr. Suave Agave. These are all Blancos we're drinking today, right?
These are all Blancos,
Okay,
yes,
'cause
absolutely.
there's a lot of different categories, tequila, and usually when you start getting to the real expensive ones, you're like an anejo, something like that, right? A darker tequila. These are all kind of and not that you couldn't have an expensive Blanco, but usually there's other styles are more expensive, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Blanco, you could actually technically age a Blanco up to 59 days until it turns into a Reposado. So you could have a Blanco that's still aged in a bourbon barrel and all that.
What's
yeah.
the most expensive tequila you've ever tasted? What does that go for?
There's a brand called Fuente Seca, and that's a 21-year aged extra añejo.
Right.
That one goes for about $1,400
Wow.
or so. Yeah,
Not bad.
And that's what I was gonna bring you.
I know.
Well, you should have, but you didn't. I like Vanessa in the blindfold. All right, so we're going to try. We have 4 tequilas here. One of them is bottom of the barrel, bottom shelf, and one of them is a.
She's holding her hand so she's going to pour it in her hand.
Oh, we got to pour it in
Got her
mouth.
hand out.
All right, and Vanessa will get hammered at the end of this as well. So the next hour of the show is going to be one
I'm
of those.
seriously so scared. You know when you've been hungover from tequila?
Yeah,
Like
the smell, it reminds you of that. Is that what you're saying? Hey,
And after one drink, you get over that.
Omar, play the volleyball clip. I want to ask you, Mr. Suave Agave, what type of tequila do you think she was on when she said this?
Okay, volleyball.
Now, if you really know your tequila, you would know how much tequila she had when she was flirting with a volleyball.
Sounds like a Cuervo. Cuervo all the way. Yeah, that's
That
what
is-
it does. Yeah,
that is
absolutely.
correct. This guy's real deal. We had people that called in when we said he was coming in. We had people that were going.
Sweet Dips, guys. I was just calling because I've heard your 429 show, and I have to say that Mr. Suave Agave, he is legit.
He's legit. Mr. Suave Agave is legit. So here we go. He's our tequila expert now.
Perfect.
We're ready to go. All right, Vanessa, whenever you're ready,
Cheers, bitches.
tequila number 1.
Are we all cheering? I need to know that you're in this with me.
We're all cheersing you,
Okay.
definitely.
You totally are.
Are we all cheering, she said. It's just the best.
Yay.
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
throwing them back. Woo!
I'm not even I'm testing.
Now, are we
You're
so
testing.
we're going in order from left to right?
Left to right, yeah. Tasting number 1. Yeah,
All right.
we're going to go tasting
Testing
number 1.
number 1. I'm not just sipping.
Vanessa looks like she's sitting on a high chair, by the way, on the video screen.
Got our booster seat, yeah.
She looks
All
like
right,
a,
now come to the
actually-
airplane.
It looks like a child that we're trying to give medicine to.
I actually wanted to make sure I do need to check your ID before I serve this. I'm so sorry.
I'm 34.
You probably should. Check it out. All right. You want to put this in a bottle, Vanessa? Go ahead.
No,
throw
okay,
it.
I did it.
Is that number 1 still?
Number
You're
1.
off to 2.
Number 1. She just did number 1. You
Oh,
guys
she
did
already
number
drank
1?
one. Hold
Yeah,
on,
let's
here we
go.
go.
Let's
That's
all
hard to
dive
keep
in.
up with Vanessa
Oh,
already.
yeah, no, she's
We're
going
just
wild.
going boom, boom, boom.
All right. All right. 1 is down the hatch. All right. We're going
One is down. I took a sip.
Okay.
Oh, you're not throwing these down like shots?
No,
I
I'll
did.
die.
Of course, you have to.
man.
And by the way, I noticed these are all warm.
Yes, you want to do a tequila at room temperature. You don't want to do it chilled.
Really?
When you do it chilled, it actually nullifies a lot of the flavor.
That's good advice.
Which
today,
is the reason why people drink it chilled. So it's like, it's not so strong. I don't need a lime because.
Right.
Oh, interesting. But you would agree that the tequila is the most fun type of drunk a person can get.
Oh, you better believe it. Oh,
All
yeah.
right, number 2.
Oh, well, here she goes. She's already.
I'm not saying I'm drunk, but I feel it.
Vanessa is like a hammered baby.
Thoughts?
Vanessa, thoughts on 2?
It's just getting
2
milk
is
drunk.
really sweet. Number 1 tasted like rubbing alcohol, and I hope that one's on mine.
I think that's the one you bought us.
Number 2, sweet. Oh.
So let me tell you something too. Is that
It's sweet. What do you want from me?
That's exactly my thought. What do you want from me?
Right.
She's already getting belligerent.
Do you think any of these tequilas you brought us would use her quotes on the bottle after she says these wonderful things?
It's sweet shrug. Is that
It's sweet. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing: is that as you guys are drinking it, and this thing about tequila is that when you do taste
feel
it,
it in your body.
you do feel a nice little warm and toasty. But
she's hammered right now.
the more you taste it, the more you're gonna get the flavors, and more smooth it's gonna be.
She's got her hand out again.
Oh, there you go.
You gotta watch Vanessa drinking tequila on the YouTube right now. She is already about to fall off her high chair, and Mr. Suave Gavi is putting the third one in.
All right, number 3. You better be drinking. Cheers!
Cheers! 3 is going down the hatch. Here she goes.
No? What do you not? What do you not like about it?
Her face.
Oh wow, we got a real reaction.
Are you
on this
sure
one.
you don't want my face?
No.
Because my face is saying everything.
Put the blindfold back on. I don't know why we needed the
Okay,
blindfold.
well, number 3, it's smooth, but I still feel that, it's smooth. That's all I gotta say.
You did the tasting in Mexico, though, right? How did they teach how to do it? How to drink it? You're supposed to breathe in, breathe out, all that, right?
Yeah.
Did you just do that? She
No.
forgot. I know.
No, sir.
Okay, do it again.
Yeah.
Which
Gotta
one was
practice
number
what you-
3?
I actually like 3.
I like 3 too.
I think
Okay.
3 maybe a little peppery.
Inhaling.
Yeah, right?
3 I think may be the best one so far. But let's figure if any of us know the worst one versus the best. That's the question.
It definitely has the most flavor.
Suave Gabi, you got to come with me on Wednesday
I feel
after the show
suave.
to get my nipple pierced and bring these.
Bring some tequila to you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna
All
get
right.
it.
Suave
Last, what did she say?
She said it feels suave, guave.
All right, last one. This is the last.
last one.
The last one. Throw this one down all the way. Finish
All
this
right,
one.
now
Really.
eat
drink.
it.
Finish
Oh.
it, throw it.
Take
Are we
it.
all throwing it in? I need to confirm.
totally are.
Please confirm you're throwing this back.
We're all
throwing
throwing
them
it
back.
Woo! Hey, girl.
Bachelor party.
Skirt.
I'm skirt. What do you think of that one?
I mean,
Why do you look so disgusted after every single
choked
one? I
every
thought you liked
shot.
tequila.
well, not in this scenario. I feel pressure, but I like tequila in a cocktail.
Okay.
Right.
That one tastes smoky.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Which one did you like?
All right.
So, Vanessa, take your blindfold off. You're going to try to rank them in order now, from worst to best. We're going from.
The order that was.
Yeah.
What do you
wow.
What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do you think is
One was bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think 1 is the worst one?
Number 2 was pretty, on a scale from 1 to 5, I give it a
Hold
3.
on. You're now confusing this system. You just have 4 tequilas here.
Okay,
I
on a
just
scale
need to
from
know-
1, A through C.
No.
A through Z? What kind of a rating system? That's so many choices.
Okay, on a scale from...
I give it a Q. It gets a Q.
Is that good?
I don't know.
Okay, happy face.
Okay, so the second you said tasted sweet.
On a scale from 1 to 5, kind of just say...
You should have brought the emoji chart, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a middle. I would give it a middle rating.
Right.
Okay. Middle.
Like a happy smile with no teeth.
Okay.
Got it.
It's a P. It's a 40. It's a 4
I don't
P
know how
smile.
else to rate
Right.
these.
Go ahead.
Number 3, I didn't like at all. I know you said this was smooth.
It had
Yeah.
a lot, right.
But
Wow,
I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Allison, what did you think?
So you
No,
think frowny face teeth or no?
This one was
Just straight
like
across
a,
face.
a straight across
face.
face.
Right.
Straight face. But the first one is a upside down smiley, like no thank you.
A frown.
Okay.
An upside down
Okay,
smile.
a frown.
Further proof she's a child, guys.
That's what it's called.
So Vanessa, I will.
And the last one, I actually really liked it
Oh.
because it was smoky, but I know it's not mezcal, but it was it tasted like a hot dog.
So you think it tasted like a hot dog?
Tastes like a hot dog. Hey,
I want to hear more ratings this
wow.
Well, so just to be clear, you rated these in the following order: Z, hot dog, smiley face, upside down,
middle.
3. Is that right?
upside down smiley face.
Right. I got it. Okay.
Regular smile with no teeth.
Tequila go moo.
This one straight face. Okay. No.
Right. So
this one I had dog.
Right. So 4 was the best one and 1 was the worst one. That's what you believe.
Because it's giving mezcal vibes.
Okay. So suave agave,
the moment of
you know.
truth. The moment of truth. Now that everyone is equally
What is
confused.
my palate?
I am not drunk at all, says 818, but I feel hammered listening to Vanessa explain this system. I give this segment a Z smiley face upside down.
All right, so the first one that you tasted was Lost Lore. It is actually comparable price to your tequila bottle. It goes for about $60 and is very authentically made. It is
that was my
additive
frowny
free.
face.
Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. We'll get into your ADD news in just a moment. And then all the good stuff. Just like heaven happening this weekend. Vampire Weekend, indeed. Empire of the Sun, Block Party, TV on the radio, and your tickets in about 5 minutes from us. You'll win them at 9, and then again at noon, again at 3, and again at 6. Get your ass into Just Like Heaven this weekend. Before we get to the ADD news, Allie, would you like to hear a drunk guy on the GOAT line that has decided to rank all of the local morning radio shows in Los Angeles?
Yeah, sure.
It could go. It could be in our favor. It could go against us. But this man has called. He claims he's been drinking a lot of beatboxes, and he has an official ranking system.
Hi, Klein Alley Show. I'm about 6 beatboxes in right now, so this is my first try. So let's see if I can get this right. So in my eyes, in terms of morning shows, it goes Klein Alley Show, Heidi and Frank, Woody Show, Brown Bag, Big Boy, and then Seacrest.
So that's not bad. According to this,
Dude, where's El Piolín and El Cucuy?
well, clearly number one. Clearly number one. But this guy has ranked us number one in his unofficial ranking of morning shows that he listens to.
So you guys are on top, and Seacrest at the bottom. You get what I'm saying? And this is how I knew that Klein Alley Show was top tier and never going to move in that spot ever again until you go to commercial.
Oh, you son of a bitch. He put us at the number one spot until we go to spots, and then he has dropped us down in the ranking.
Who has the top spots?
I wonder who has the top spots. That's what I want to know.
I see, Chris. That probably.
So
really
this guy decided that the reason that we are his number one favorite morning show, and he's obviously a new listener.
The first time I heard you guys was the Vanessa's Wiener Schnitzel ad. That's how I knew I was going to listen to you guys every single day. And then, about 2 or 3 months later, I heard Allie talk about her cat dying.
Yes.
Sorry, Allie. But when I heard Omar play this drop of the cat, and it sounded like kind of like, I'm 30, and that's in the top 3 hardest laughs I've ever had in my life.
This man has been on this planet for 3 decades, and one of his top laughs ever was when Omar played the sound of your cat dying. And it was a beautiful moment, a very sad moment, but this is when the man decided that this was the show for him, and he put us in the permanent number one spot.
Again, Klein, our misery is his enjoyment.
Right.
Thus, why you should get your nipple pierced later today.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. But, Omar, do you have that sweet sound of Allie's cat dying? Because that was one of the most beautiful sounds ever.
You know, I don't have that.
Make it slow and painful, like her death.
I just kind of did that
on the fly. You're a genius. Right, you really are. You really are. So anyway, this guy has said that we are number one, and we appreciate it.
And from then on, that's how I knew I was all in on the Klein Alley Show. Thank you guys. You make my morning every day.
Thank you.
Listen to you guys every single day until you guys go to commercial.
All right, we got it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. A lot of people making the move and joining us, and we cannot say welcome. We are taking all the rejects, and your other shows have let you down, understandably, for phoning it in for far too long. We are continuing to put each other in harm's way for your own amusement, and now let's get to your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So I don't really know how relevant a guy like Smokey Robinson is anymore, but he is in the news and all over the place, and not for a good reason. He is officially the next celebrity that is being accused of sexual assault. As the Diddy trial begins, so does another scandal. Smokey Robinson is 85 years old.
You know what's funny to me is that when I saw this news break or whatever, you know, he's had so much plastic surgery that he has permanent surprise face.
Yes.
So it looks like he's like a bit shocked about this news. Yeah.
But it's just his face when he wakes up.
Made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, that is a great, because that face.
He's like me.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the story is.
Yeah.
That's the face you're getting.
Yeah.
Well, and they say in these trials, the way that the defendant acts is very telling.
Right.
But this is just going to be the ultimate poker
Yeah, he's
face.
got
'cause,
surprise face.
He still just looks so shocked by all of it.
I'm going to say innocent based on how shocked he looks. No guilty man would look that surprised by the delegation.
He is the subject of a $50 million lawsuit. He's been accused of sexual assault by 4 different women, all his housekeepers. And they claim that his wife was a part of all of it, let it happen, and would be extra mean to the housekeepers that refused to participate in his advances. One of the Jane Does details that Smokey had his own room called his blue bedroom, which he would go into when he was doing these weird activities. He would lock the door and, while wearing only his underwear, neatly place a white towel on his bed, not to soil the bed linens in preparation for what was about to occur.
A tiny towel?
A tiny towel.
Vanessa.
Now we can do Smokey Robinson's face.
You and Smokey got the same idea. I love it. The Vanessa Smokey collab, tiny towel. That's going to be a huge fraud.
He also, another person claimed that he at one point offered somebody $500 extra to give him mouth down south pleasure, and they declined. So these are 4 different housekeepers who all quit because of this, and said that they would be like, but you're married, and he would just ignore them because his wife was complicit in all of it. And we do have Smokey to comment on this. Smokey, what do you have to say?
I don't care about anything else but being with you.
Oh, no. That's a problem. Don't go? No, I think that he's implicating himself
There you have it. That is admission of guilt as far as I'm concerned.
A food roundup with some new releases. Which do you think we should use for our next high voltage food review? You have the new Cheez-It pizza. Cheez-It has come out with a line of 3 different pizzas. They have pepperoni, cheddar jack supreme, and Italian 4 cheese. And yes, they are all in the shape of a square. I don't know how you feel about square pizza, Klein.
I'm okay with it. Yeah, they're like a giant Cheez-It they look like, I guess.
I know. It's so good.
I'm excited to try that.
And then Cholula is coming out with 11 new hot sauce products.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. It's so many. This was a Cinco de Mayo related release. They've got marinade, like a Cholula marinade for cooking. They've got a birria sauce. They've got a cremosa. They've got I don't know how to pronounce a lot
Let's
of
give
these
the white
very
lady.
well.
We always try to make Allie the white lady do all the news about different hot sauces. Go ahead, get it out, sound it out.
Okay, fajita, is that right?
You got it.
Okay.
You won't get any more.
Chamoy. Chamoy.
Yeah, great. Well done.
Fajita? Do you mean fajita?
No,
Yeah, that was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I was like,
my grandmother, passing on the very white genes, my grandmother used to say fajita, tortilla, and she lived off of San Felipe Avenue.
Oh, man.
Are you for real?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She died
those are my genes.
Whitest woman on the planet,
Yeah.
Allie's grandma.
And then finally, Lunchables is coming out with their own PB&J. No one has been able to unseat the Uncrustable for a long time, and Uncrustables are the GOAT. They're incredible. You take them out, and then, if you can wait that 20 minutes, it's at perfect temperature, perfect PB&J without the crust. But now Lunchables is coming out with their own line of sandwiches that you keep in the freezer and defrost. You put in somebody's lunchbox as they go to school. By the time lunchtime hits, their PB&J is perfect.
My wife tried to fool my kids by getting like a healthier version of the Uncrustable. And
What's the healthier version?
They are trash. And my kids knew right away were like, nope, not interested, because they really want the Uncrustable, because who doesn't want the Uncrustable?
Oh, my God, it's amazing.
And she found some like organic version of it where it's all gluten-free. It's not made by Uncrustable. It's who even knows what it's called. It's called like Better Crustless
Simply
or something.
Crustless
Yeah,
or something.
some stupid
It's like
name.
Truly Crust.
And the kid's like, what are they Uncrustable? She's like, here's one. They like looked at it. They're like, this is garbage.
my God.
She's like, try it. It's probably the same.
Dude,
they took a bite. And I tried it too. Not good.
I had to stop buying them because my kid will take like 2 bites of it. And then I'm like, well, I better finish this. I was like, I got to stop doing this to myself.
I could throw down a lot of Uncrustables. I don't even wait for the thawing process. That's how bad it's gotten for me. I like right from the freezer. I'm just eating that like a sandwich popsicle.
Yesterday I told you that some people would gladly take years off of their life to add years to their pet's life. Now I'm telling you that 44% of people said that they would let their dog participate in mealtime by sitting at the table or being part of their meal ritual.
Yeah, restaurants have started doing a lot of dog menus I've seen lately, and they used to say you have to have your dog on the ground. Now they don't seem to care about that as much anymore.
There was a food truck that they had burgers and pup burgers, and they had to put a disclaimer saying for pups only.
Yeah, because of Allie.
Because I was like, oh, the pup patty, huh?
I can see that. Allie does do the In-N-Out drive-thru and get herself the pup.
Yeah,
the pup
I'll just have
burger
my
as well.
own salt.
We get to a brand new hour of the show right now. The very first thing we do is give you tickets to Just Like Heaven. Want to win? Give us a call. 800-520-1067. Let's go.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah.
It's nipple piercing day, Klein.
I know.
Here's that nipple.
Great. Hey, thank you for the reminder. Greatly appreciate you all. It will be happening after the show today. If you're not already following along, we may do some Instagram living, Klein Alley Show. We'll probably be doing some stuff on YouTube, so you can find us there. And that's where we sit right now. I'm going to give the YouTube viewers a shot of my virgin unpierced nipples at some point this hour before we have to head over and get myself all jacked up.
No, thank you.
Also, Allie, my biggest fear in all of this is that...
Is all of it?
Is every part of it. I'm not a needle, hate needles, not a needle guy, don't like shots, not a tattoo guy.
No.
So,
you're dropping every reason in between the breaks to me that you possibly can. I also don't like needles.
Well,
I also feel very self-conscious about my nipples.
My nipples are my least favorite part of my own body.
Why? Your nipples are fine.
Come here. Look at
You
this.
should be more self-conscious about the stubble that you have on your chest.
Well, thank you. We don't have to bring that up, but my nipples are very small. I mean, they're it was almost like...
It's just funny, of all the self-conscious body parts that you should have, that's the one that you're the most self-conscious about.
Yeah, because it feels like my nipples now are the same size they were at birth. And the rest of me grew and got hairy.
So when you look at yourself in the mirror, that's the first thing you notice is, why are my nipples so small?
Yeah.
Wow, you should get like a nipple procedure.
I think
I'm
not going to do a nipple procedure, but I think at one point in school, I feel like it was like gym class or PE, and I think I was taking off my shirt, and I feel like some bigger guy was like, look at that baby nips. And it probably just stuck with me,
Were you Baby Nips Klein?
And then I don't think the name ever stuck, at least not in my face, maybe behind my back.
Now it has. It's forever.
Great. Thank you. Anyway, so I think that probably stuck with me for a bit. And I said, Dad, the joke will be on you when these nipples finally grow, but they never grew. So I keep trying to put myself in cold settings.
Oh,
thinking
man.
they'll get
That guy
bigger.
probably looks you up every once in a while and just goes, ah.
Yeah, there's baby nips. Let's add a caller 20 right now. Give some good news to someone listening to the show in North Hollywood, California. Hey, what's up, Jason? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. You are caller 20.
Heck yes.
This weekend, you will be at Just Like Heaven, Brookside Rose Bowl. Tickets are yours for Vampire Weekend, Empire of the Sun, Block Party, TV on the Radio, and many, many, many other bands.
Can you give us a thanks, Baby Nips Klein?
You don't have to.
Thanks, Baby Nips Klein. I'm taking my 1.5-year-old baby to his first music festival this weekend. So
oh, cool.
I'm very excited.
Oh, you two have the same nipples.
See if your kid and I want to have a nipple off. I'm down to play if you want to do that. Don't remember I said that.
Weird.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, don't remember I said that.
If you want to win those tickets and you don't want the uncomfortable exchange that we just had, you'll have another chance
with the
at
kid?
9, noon, 3, and 6 on KROQ. That should get frowny face.
It is your first one that you did taste, though.
Well,
So first one's usually kind of rough.
Yeah,
so.
you were sober.
Oh, interesting, because that one did taste the roughest to me.
Yeah,
but
so-
I didn't know because some people like that kind of gritty taste.
Right, the earthy, more, yeah. So it's funny that you like the second one, because the second one is yayo.
Vanessa. Yeah, run for the yayo, Vanessa.
I don't know. What does that even mean?
It's a cocaine joke.
Oh. So only the
medium
people
phase.
in the room that have done cocaine know about it. You know what? I love cocaine. Oh, my God, Vanessa.
Oh,
Okay, so how's yayo, compare?
Yayo would go about $45.
Okay, so that's the lower end.
one, yes.
Okay.
Number 3 is, I brought probably the goat of all tequilas. This is probably considered one of the most difficult, hardest bottles to get in
That's
the world.
the one I like the best.
Fortaleza. Goes about $95 for the bottle.
Yeah, that's a good bottle right there. I like it.
That was nice.
Leave that behind,
If
please.
you want to know what a tequila really wants to taste like, you go Fortaleza.
Right.
So,
And Vanessa, you hated that one.
she doesn't like tequila.
I forgot already.
She doesn't like real tequila.
And the fourth one.
Oh, snap. The
fourth
fourth
one.
one is the one I brought.
And that's
you.
the one that Vanessa brought us.
She brought.
And that's the one that
So-
she liked the best.
Was that
I I love the hot dog.
Yeah. She loves the hot dog flavor.
Oh, she chose it in a lineup again.
Unbelievable.
She did. She
beat all
I
these.
honestly didn't know.
Didn't.
As you know.
We didn't know. That's amazing.
Wow.
Well, she
That
likes
hurts.
it. All right,
So
Mr.
this
Suave Agave, you are the
feels
man.
like $100.
Thank you.
Right.
Where can people find more about you? I know you got the Instagram, you're on TikTok, all over the place.
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I do tequila tastings. I do private events.
This
I go out
guy's
there. I'll
good.
teach you whatever you want. And I'm a goofball at heart, so I bring a little personality to
You're
it.
the best, dude. We will
Thank you,
endorse
man.
you thoroughly. Suave Agave, thanks for coming by on the Cinco de Mayo hang. As 818 said, it's the hot dog flavored tequila. That's the one for me. So,
I love the hot dog.
How many years must you age your tequila and hot dog water to give that perfect flavor?
Oh, God. Go to a stadium and you'll find out.
All right, quick break. We're back with more show and your tickets to Just Like Heaven coming up, K-Rock. Monster Jam. We'll make that happen for you at some point this hour. 4 tickets to Monster Jam, SoFi. Just keep listening, give you the chance to win. And who knows, maybe Allie will be in the market to get one of them nice trucks they got at Monster Jam, because if you've been a part of the saga of Allie and her car, it all started when she got a great deal on a used car, but she decided she had to fly up to Northern California just to drive the car back down. It was the world's first Tesla ever built. She got it used. She paid just around $10,000 for it. But Omar and I calculated all the money she's now spent on just trying to keep this thing running, and we realized that this is probably one of the worst financial decisions you ever made. And then everything has gotten much worse in the last 2 days.
Well, yeah, I started getting a lot of different alerts, and eventually my car just shut down like a power outage. The car wouldn't even unlock, couldn't even open the door. So I had to get it towed to the Tesla place because that's where you got to get it fixed.
But Allie, wasn't it just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago that you called me? You were stranded in the middle of Hollywood because the wires were exposed on your tires?
Yeah, but that was on me. I didn't replace my tires. That was my thing.
But that was a totally different thing.
Yeah, but I thought that I had just hit a nail or something, and then when I went over to American Tire Depot, they let me know that my tires were in really bad shape and needed to be replaced, so I got them replaced.
Right.
That's just general maintenance. That's any car.
Yes.
But this was not in any car situation. It was okay, there's something really wrong. They did the whole diagnostic, which, again, costs money. Towing it there costs money. So I'm already in this for about $500 just without even knowing what's wrong with it yet.
And there's over 100,000. I know you're the Odo queen, but well
138.
138,000 miles.
Yeah.
And
what year's the car? What year
2014.
Okay.
And it's out of all warranties. There's no warranties left.
Not a
that
warranty
exist.
in sight.
Right.
Mm-mm.
No extended warranty.
Oh, no. That's been made very clear to me that there is nothing covered on this car.
So everything that happens from this point forward is on you.
But a perk I would like to point out is that I still get free supercharging at all Tesla locations because it's an old Tesla. So they call me and they say, hey, guess what? You need your driving unit replaced. And I said, what the hell is that? And they said, it's basically the Tesla's equivalent of a motor. There's also a smaller battery on the car that needs to be replaced. And there was some goo leaking out of my dashboard. That was an issue. And they said,
What the hell?
Is that a euphemism?
Goo leaking?
Or
What is that?
Goo leaking out of your dashboard?
There was a sticky goo that was consistently leaking. And
Is
I
that
thought,
what the mechanic said? You have some goo leakage?
Or did
What
they
the
use-
hell?
I had to submit pictures of my goo leakage, actually, to show them what was really going on. Because there's every Tesla has a big dash display, big computer. And it was leaking this disgusting sticky glue all over my car. And I thought that maybe it was just kids
You
are
being
sticky.
gross?
I'm sticky.
That's
All kinds of reasons that my car could be sticky.
Well, what's worse, to find out that it's car goo or it's your goo? I don't know what's the worst thing to hear.
And this is just you. So we
We've
don't
run the
need to fix
testing.
that.
We did the diagnosis. This is your goo.
Now, they said in the older models, this is a common problem. So in order to upgrade your new infotainment system, that would be about $1,500. The other issue is going to cost extra. So the total with all of that was going to be $8,700.
Oh, you got to just cut.
You need to decide what you need to do.
You got to drop it, leave it right where it is. Start fresh.
I can't. So that's the
you goo.
Okay, hold on a second, guys.
You
Let
can
me
goo
talk
up
you
any
through
car.
my decision process. I couldn't just leave it there because the thing doesn't run. I would have had to pay another $275 to get it towed to where? My house, and then sell it to nobody because nobody will buy a non-operational Tesla that has a bad motor. So
you just take the loss. You junk it or whatever you do.
Yeah.
And then what? Spend another $10,000 on a car? I don't want a new car payment.
Go find a no down payment lease. You get yourself a nice, sensible lease, and you're back up and running again in moments.
$2,000 more.
No. Over time, if I were to spend
this is gonna bite you in the ass so hard, and I can't wait.
$350 a month, that's probably a basic lease, right? $300 to $350 a month.
Sure.
In 2 years, I will have paid about the same as if I had just gotten this car fixed, and that would buy me at least another 2 years on this car.
But it's still a crappy car. It's an old 2014 car. It doesn't have all the new technology that the new Teslas have.
Just got fixed.
No, now it does have a new infotainment upgrade.
I don't know what that means. Does
I
it
can
have
make
all the
new fart
sensors and
noises
stuff?
in my car, Omar.
But Allie,
you have that going for you.
I'm being serious because people do have to make these decisions on a daily basis.
It is a tough decision.
Is it worth knowing? Starting fresh and knowing that I'm going to be locked into a car payment for a couple of years, or do I want to try to just keep on putting money into this thing and keep it afloat?
The guy said that the main battery, is in great condition. It's at 94%. There's no reason. He said, other than getting the brakes replaced, I don't see any big maintenance that you would need to do on this car in the foreseeable future.
But 94%, the battery hasn't gone down, depleted in 11 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He said this is unusually good condition for a battery.
Because
I always keep it on low power.
You have to understand, Allie, though, that you now have spent more money keeping the car going than you spent on the car itself.
Correct.
You're now into it for double what you originally got it for.
Well, I've put, I think probably about $10,000 into the car.
So you're in double what you got it for.
If you think about it, this is what my dad explained to me, Klein. You can't think of it as fixing a car. You're fixing a computer. And if you fix and replace the battery and keep it in good condition and take good care of it, these cars can last forever. That main battery...
Didn't you just get a new laptop within the last 6 months?
Remember, she messed that up, too.
Well,
Remember
I tried to replace the battery on that
This
computer.
is a perfect comparison.
This is exactly what she did.
Yes.
She had a broken laptop. She kept getting warning lights. She said, I'm not going to buy a new laptop. I'm going to buy a new battery. Then she couldn't even put the battery. She had to go to a place. They put the battery in.
Voided all the
warranty. And then that whole thing fell apart. And then she ended up having to buy a new laptop, which, by the way, she screwed that up and bought the jumbo size accidentally.
That's right.
It is
it's
enormous.
so big.
So that whole thing, it's so funny how this is an exact parallel to what you already did. And you realize afterwards, you even said to Omar and I should have listened to you guys. I should have just, the first time my computer started getting over, I should have just said, nope, throw it out, get a new one.
Yeah, because Amazon was having that crazy sale.
Great sale. That you mushed yourself by putting the show logo emblem on that car. If you remember,
any last warranty I had was voided when I changed that.
You took off. Yeah. We would have paid for all of this, man, but you ripped off the T and put a stupid Klein Alley show logo on it. So now you're on your own.
Get the hell out of here! Hit the street.
Listen to KROQ at 9 noon, 3 and 6.
This is Ezra from Vampire Weekend.
What up, Los Angeles? This is Group Love.
You just got off stage at the Just Like Heaven Festival.
Your last chance to win your way in to Just Like Heaven. This Saturday, Brookside at the Rose Bowl. Over 20 bands, including... Vampire Weekend, the return of Rilo Kiley, Empire of the Sun, Block Party. TV on the radio, Peter, Bjorn and John, Slow Dive, Group Love, and more. Keep it on KROQ to score tickets, courtesy of Golden Voice.
Feels good to be free on the world famous KROQ.
exactly.
Speaking of Mother's Day, it's that time of year where you feel obligated or guilted into buying a card to let your mom know how much you love them. And we have a new collection of what we believe to be some of the least funny cards available for sale, at least until we update the punchlines. It's time for a Mother's Day greeting card redo, and we'll do that next right here on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. If you don't get them soon, they're going to run out. You're going to have to send a graduation card to you and say, happy graduation crossed out Mother's Day. Because they are there every year. And I went yesterday, bought...
There's so many sections now, not just for Mother's Day. There was like Nurses Day, graduation, all this other stuff. It kind of was shrinking the section I was in.
But if you don't get them, they will eventually, and you will see this all week long, especially on Saturday and even Sunday morning, people that are just going, there's nothing left. They have been picked clean. I don't know what it is. It seems like an industry I would wish would just go away forever. But for some reason, we're spending a ton of money buying the cards. And I bought 5 cards yesterday. It was $33 for 5 cards.
I bought 3 and it was, it was the same. But I was shopping when I was looking for cards. There was a man next to me who was also looking for a Mother's Day card, and we were just both doing that, stand by each other and kind of look and take some out and unfold them and stuff. And then he looked at me and he just went, I guess we just got to pick the one that sucks the least.
Yeah,
huh?
he's right.
And I was like, yeah. And then after he left and he was like, good luck.
Yeah, I know. They all suck. They all suck, and you would think if you're going to pay $5 now, somewhere $8 for a card, at least there would be some sort of a joke inside. Well, it's time for us to do a little greeting card, Mother's Day card redo. I will describe these cards. These are all available. They were available as of yesterday on shelves all over the place, and you just have to guess what the dumb joke is on the inside. And maybe there's no joke at all. Sometimes you think there's going to be a joke, and they just go with some sentimental,
Happy Mother's Day.
Love your mom.
I know. You know what? I also, for the first time, saw a mom to a pet card.
Wait, mom to a pet or pet to a mom?
No, it was a pet mom is something different. It's a different kind of mom. It
Who's
was
buying that? Them for themselves?
Some sucker is buying a mom card for a pet owner.
It's going to say Happy Mother's Day. This is from because you have a fur baby?
Yes.
Ugh.
What a waste of money that is. Don't spend money on that, please, for the love of God.
Give me one.
Let's start with this card. This is it's a cup of coffee on the outside, and it says "Moms are like coffee." And then you open it up, and that's why you're paying the big bucks, because you get that sweet joke that's going to make your mom laugh and love you more than your sisters. What does it say when you open up?
What's the beginning again?
Moms are like coffee. It's just a picture of a coffee cup on the outside.
They've been ground down to a fine powder To the point where they don't know if they even existed.
All right, that's a very deep message right there, Allie. That would make a lot of moms emotional, I think. Omar, what do you think it says on the inside?
Yeah, I think when you open up the card, this is one of the cards that makes your mom want to feel good about herself. So you open up the card, and it says, they are hot, and I like to put my creamer inside.
Ooh.
Oh,
damn.
man. That's more of an instruction.
Vanessa like that one.
Vanessa.
She loves load jokes now.
Yes,
She's a
she
big
does.
fan. If only mom had a towel to take care of it. Okay. Jake, what does the inside of the card say that has a coffee cup on the outside that said, moms are like coffee?
They're bitter until you sweeten them up.
Damn. I would slap you across the face if you gave me that.
All right.
Which proves I'm bitter.
When you open up this card, and this one was $6.50, this card, moms are just like coffee. It says, enough with the card, now make me some coffee, mom. It doesn't say it.
Enough with the card.
It says, moms are like coffee. You open it up, and it says, necessary every damn day.
Oh, they had to add damn. This is so edgy. Every darn day.
That is the moms are like coffee card. Still surprisingly available. And, I get it. Everyone drinks some coffee. We drink quite a few cups around here. But
it's also not really a compliment. It's just that you're necessary.
Right. It really is kind of insulting more than... I mean, it's like, yeah, we need you. But
yeah, but, we need coffee.
Moving on. This is the official Mother's Day edition of the Greeting Card Remix. We do this from time to time. Try to figure out if the card writers have gotten any better at their jokes. This card here, you can see what these cards look like on the YouTube, by the way. We've got pictures of these cards, so you can see what they look like up on the YouTube, streaming live now on KROQ's YouTube. All right, this one is got a baby goat that is standing on the back of what I believe would be a mother goat because she's wearing a flower necklace. I think so. I'm not sure. But the baby goat is standing on the ass of the mother goat, and they're looking at each other in the eyes. And it says on the front of the card, every kid wishes for a mom like you.
Oh, baby animal joke.
So you get a joke out of the gate, but then you open it up and there is more to the story. What do you believe the funniness inside of this card says?
I'm sorry, this card is so bad.
Okay, you're switching animals altogether, but fine, we'll go with that. I'm sorry, this card is so bad.
Isn't that a
I think
goat
that's what
sound?
sheep say.
Really? I thought that goats make the same sound. Oh, they don't?
They scream.
Let me find out. Hey, goats, what sound do you make? Hello? Okay. To each their own.
Or I think that it's something about, like, thanks for being the goat.
Thanks for being the goat.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of moms I wouldn't think would even know what that means. Obviously, your mom, the throat goat, knows what that means, but a lot of moms may not know. Omar, what do you think the inside of this card says?
The inside says something like, I love you, ma.
Thanks for being a great mom.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta think,
that's what it is.
You gotta think the dumbest thing that you can think of, and then go even dumber.
You have to think about the spelling of that.
Right. It's a lot. It's a big card, I should point out. A lot of room. Jake, what does the inside of the card say that has a baby goat standing on a mommy goat's ass?
Yeah, it's going to say something like, because you're the goat, but goat's not going to stand for greatest of all time. It's going to stand for something different.
Oh, like gracious.
Yeah, whatever.
Organized. I see.
Finish that, Allie.
Tease for
ass play.
Great, nailed it. when you open up the card,
It's not.
it says every kid.
I would buy that card.
Gracious, organized ass play.
Every mom. That's what every mom likes to be known as.
Jake, will you make that?
Every kid wishes for a mom like you. When you open it up, it says, "So glad I got the goat."
Oh!
Gracious, organized, ass play tatas. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a beautiful message right there.
Oh, my God. I'm
All
crying.
right, and we'll end it with this one. This is just another terrible card, but people are paying for it, so why not? This has a piece of raisin bread on the front of it with a swirl, cinnamon swirl raisin bread.
Ugh. Terrible.
And terrible. That's when mom has given up. When you're getting that as a kid, that means mommy was drinking last night.
If you have a raisin mom, my thoughts are with you.
So anyway, that's what's on the card, and then there's a message. I guess on the front there's there's two jokes. There's a front joke and a back joke. I will let you take a stab at both of them. But the picture on the front of the card is a piece of cinnamon swirl raisin bread. This is a Mother's Day card.
Okay.
Remember, these guys are professional greeting card joke writers.
Here's a crappy card. It's the yeast I can do.
Okay, crappy card. This is the yeast I can do. That would be funny-ish, I guess, Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Jake?
That's what I strive for.
I hope Dad butters your bread.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
So gross.
They have to
All
make
right.
it so sexual.
That's so weird.
Omar did it first.
Omar, yeah, but it's not weird when Omar does it. It's on brand.
Oh, my
Omar.
God. What about a cinnamon? Like some kind of a cinnamon?
Well, you already used your guess, Allie, on the stupid yeast joke. Omar, what do you believe it says when you open up the card?
It's going to be a play on words, on the word raisin, because you're raising me right.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, something, some sort of word play with the word raisin.
Or a toast to you. Toast.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well.
I'll butter my bread.
No.
Toast to you. You butter my bread.
No, Jake,
Happy Mother's Day.
It says.
I would buy that card too.
It says, and these are stupid, a toast to you raising me.
Ooh.
Thanks for baking me who I am today.
Oh my God.
They went with the trifecta of terrible.
Thanks for baking me who I am.
It's hard.
God.
It's hard to come up with anything actually worse than raisin bread itself. But it turns out a raisin bread card.
Oh, the worst of the worst.
The worst. All right. Well, there you have it.
We learned a lot.
Learned a lot. Do not. And these were all very expensive. That card was close to $7.
Damn.
Klein Alley Show. Get you into Monster Jam coming up on KROQ. Get you into Monster Jam with 4 tickets at SoFi Stadium if you'd like to join. 800-520-1067. Looking for you. Caller 20. Hook you up and do some takeaways next on KROQ. that'll pretty much do it for us. We'll get the hell out of here, and then we can all get on with our lives. And forget we have anything planned for after the show today. Yay, life. We'll do some takeaways in a moment and pick up caller 20. Give you the good news. You'll be going to Monster Jam at SoFi, and tomorrow we'll be back with more Just Like Heaven tickets. If you can't wait around till tomorrow, you can win them again coming up at noon, 3 and 6 right here on KROQ. And someone has got a complaint out the door, so let's go ahead and figure out how to get this complaint taken care of.
I love the Klein Alley show. They're awesome. But what the hell are you guys doing to the music? Now it's country?
Apparently we're playing country now. I didn't know we were doing country, but according to this person, either she can't figure out how her radio works or we've started playing country.
Are you guys changing to country music now? I don't understand. I thought this was rock, alternative, you know?
Yeah.
Not country. If I wanted to listen to country, I'd listen to country. Please change back to normal.
I wonder which song she's thinking about. What song we played?
I don't know. Maybe this one?
Golly low, golly low, golly low, golly low, golly low.
No?
That could be
maybe,
it.
Shabuzi.
Oh, it could have been some Shabuzi.
Klein loves Shabuzi.
Big fan. Big fan. But
maybe this one, though.
I let you hot. Show him what I got.
Oh,
yeah. Well, she makes a point. The music is crazy here. We've lost complete control. All right, let's go ahead and pick up call 20. Then we'll do takeaways and officially hand you over to the great Nicole Alvarez, who will be in here for 40 minutes, nonstop KROQ goodness. Let's say hi to Joseph and Azusa. Joseph, you're going to Monster Jam. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. Hold on. Let's get you some tickets, and we'll give more of those away tomorrow. And and then we're going to get out of here. If you want to come and hang out with us as I get my nipple pierced in about an hour, information's on our Instagram at Klein Alley Show. Was really hoping someone would call and tell me not to do this. One person did defend me, but that text has been buried, so... Thank you all. Thank you, every single person on this show, for not one of you, not even Vanessa, stood up and said, I think we should give them a pass.
Oh, you would have wanted it this way if the tables were turned.
Nah, we've given passes before on the show.
When?
I can't think of an example, but there have been times before where there's been passes given out for reasons.
If you can't think of an example, then your argument is not valid.
Oh, I mean when you didn't pay the money you owe me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to do that.
All right. Takeaways from today's show. What do we got?
323, my takeaway is Michael is a doggy boy.
See, now I'm in a good mood again.
562, my takeaway is don't remember I said that.
Please don't.
747, my takeaway is gracious, organized ass play tatas.
Yep, good takeaway.
661, my takeaway is yoga is the secret to happiness.
Hey, according to Vanessa, just need some yoga.
And 503, my takeaway is Allie has goo leakage.
If you don't know what we're talking about, want some context that goes with the takeaways, check out the complete show wherever you get your podcast. Please download, subscribe, comment. It all helps us a lot. You can check out the YouTube as well. Today's show will be going up there in moments. Want to see what happened in the show, including my nipple.
Yeah.
You can see it right there on the YouTube.
And you'll be able to see a lot more than that later. 657 also wanted to mention, speaking of goo, Klein is on top and Seacrest is on the bottom.
Well, thank you. That was also out of context. What's your takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
Don't ever short the inches on a man's TV.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy during Petty Claims Court. That man has a 92-inch TV and he's damn proud of it. Omar, takeaway?
My takeaway is that Smokey Robinson and Vanessa's Low Towel collab is coming soon.
Yeah, the Smokey Vanessa Load Towel coming soon to a store near you. It's going to be a good
Put it in your
one.
blue bedroom.
Allie, you got a takeaway?
My takeaway is get your real ID at the DMV.
Get your real ID at the DMV.
That's real ID.
She's our favorite new person on the show. Have a great day. Do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Pray for me. Goodbye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that